Like that.
Do we need our like handouts with the? Didn't she normally give us like?
It should be in your packet.
I don't have
You mean
a. I don't have.
the calendar and the
No, I don't have a packet. That's what I'm saying.
Is that, what is this?
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Never mind. Yeah,
packet.
yeah. It is.
Okay.
And it is. You're correct.
All right, if everybody would please, the May 13, 2026 meeting of the...
Sound good, David.
Nice. Yeah, okay, we'll try again. The May 13, 2026 meeting with the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is now called to order. The next meeting will be June 10th, 2026. If everybody would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is charged with conducting hearings to determine whether an alleged violation of the city code has occurred. Decisions made by this quasi-judicial board will be based on the evidence and facts presented this evening. Our meetings are conducted in accordance with Robert's Rules of Order. Each case will begin with the city presenting its evidence of the alleged violation. The respondent will then present his or her case. Both parties will have an opportunity to cross-examine all witnesses. Thank you. The board members may question any witness. Comments by both parties must be relevant to the case. Persons wishing to speak will be given an opportunity to do so by the chair and must address the board from the podium after giving their name and address. Upon request, copies of materials submitted by staff are available for review. Board members are reminded to obtain permission to speak from the chair, and questions of the city should be directed to the attorney for the city. At this time, I'll ask all persons who expect to give testimony tonight to please stand and be sworn in by the legislative assistant.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
All right, give me just a minute before we move on. Okay, so, all right. Okay. At this time, I'd like to ask all board members if they've had any ex parte communications regarding any matters coming before the Code Enforcement Board this evening. If you've had verbal communications, please disclose the sum and substance of the communications, when and where the communications occurred, and with whom it occurred. If you have received any written communications, please disclose the nature of the communications and provide it to the legislative assistant to be filed in the record. Starting at this end, Tina?
I've had none.
I've had none.
I've had none.
I've had none.
I've had none, however, I will recuse myself from case number 26-1463.
Hang on a second. Say that again?
26-1463.
That's the last one in.
Oh, got it, okay. All right, very good. All right,
Are we taking them out in any order?
we are taking them out of order, and I'm going to get to that
Okay.
next. So our first case will be 261461. It's towards the end.
Yeah, it's on the second page.
Yeah, and what we're going to do is, after that, we're going to take all the water shortage declaration cases at one time, not individually, but we're going to take them as a group. So we'll do all the water cases, and then we'll get back to my list, which I'll tell you, there's a whole bunch of people here tonight, so I'll tell you which case will be next as we get to it. Okay?
One question, David.
Yes.
If Ryan takes himself out of that case, will we have a quorum?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
took out four.
We do.
We still-
Yes.
Four.
Four is a
okay.
quorum, yes.
All right.
All right? All right. So that takes care of ex parte, takes care of that. All right, minutes of regular meeting. Everybody should have gotten a copy of the April 8, 2026 minutes. If there are no edits, corrections, or changes, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Okay, first case will be 26-1461.
Case number 26-1461, City versus Stephen B. Smith, Jr. and Gretchen D. Smith, for the property located at 11013 Saginaw Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 22-161, subsection C, Water Shortage Declaration. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Okay. Before she gets started, Jack or Ernie, did you want to? Jack's going to do it, okay.
All right, so good evening, everybody. Before we go into these water cases, this is out of the ordinary. This is not something that normally happens. On April 3rd, we entered into Phase 3 water shortages. Per SwiftMud regulations, there are certain things that we have to do as a city. We follow their guidelines. We, the other jurisdictions, municipalities, we all do the same thing. We do them independently as a city, though. After April 3rd, we were given 14 days to provide warnings. So the officers went out, I went out. We tried to identify anybody that was watering outside of the regulated times provided by Southwest Florida Water Management District. During that time frame, we handed out flyers, courtesy notices. We spoke to people. We stopped a lot of people. We provided 2 videos. all sorts of things. It's been on the news. After 14 days, we were directed by Southwest Florida Water Management District to go directly to citations without warning, which is what we've done. So Brian, if you could put that up, please. So this is their website where we receive our direction from. So looking through here, it spells out everything. We're pretty much mirroring exactly what's on here. This right here is where we are providing these notices of violations, and this is where the fines come from. We were directed to do this without warnings after those 14 days. Now the fine amount is set at $250. You'll see that on the violations. However, given the time frame, we believe that for these first offenses, we could reduce that amount. $250 is a lot, and it is a wake-up call, and it's meant to be that way. That's why we were asked to do this. I would not be apart from lowering that, if you choose, to $100, but not go below $100. It still needs to be impactful, but $250 would be appropriate for second, third offenses. By and large, the people that we've contacted have ceased continuing after we've made the announcement or identified them as being in violation. So that would be my recommendation, should you choose to go that route.
Okay, question for you. So in this particular case, it's not a matter of giving them an opportunity to cure because it's an irreversible violation, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Go ahead, Bill.
So is $250 the Temple Terrace fine or a citation fine, or is that also district or south whatever that
Southwest Florida.
Florida, is that district wide?
No, it's not district-wide. We were asked to provide the citations. We come up with whichever amount is most appropriate. It needs to be impactful because the water shortage is very serious. Driving around, you can see the water levels dropping. And it's going to get to a point where if we don't impact this, we could see even more drastic issues. So this is why it has to be impactful and direct. We will have more water cases as we're identifying people. But we're trying to get the word out to please stop watering, and hopefully this serves that direction well.
So how does the $250 compare with other cities or?
It's kind of all over the place. There are some as low as $100. I know Pinellas County is $194. Very, very specific.
Okay.
So they're kind of all over the place. We are on the higher end. However, what I do see is first, second, and third offenses do get pretty high. That's why my recommendation would be we can lower it to no less than $100, in my opinion. And then second, third offenses going forward, we could go with the $250 as written.
Do you have any other, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you have any other plans to educate the public as far as flyers in people's mailboxes, or it's something posted on how prominent is the posting on the city website as far as?
It's on the main page. It's on the front page. And there's news stories, not specifically to Temple Terrace, but about the water shortage in general. And different municipalities are saying, wait, we're fighting for this, and we're following in trace with that. So we're going to continue to be out there in the public trying to identify these things.
But you don't have any plans to put a flyer in somebody's, in your water bill or in your, is that possible?
There are certain things we can do, certain things we can't do. That's something we can't do right now. But there are plans for other things that we're going to be doing.
Okay.
Rod, you have a question?
Yes, did we have ever do this before within the city of Temple Terrace?
There have been, we just came out of a phase 2 water shortage. I believe the last, it's on the website, the last phase 3 water shortage was several years ago. It has happened before. It just hasn't been recent.
How did we treat it?
Same way we're treating it now.
The same way?
Yeah.
It came in front of us.
This comes out of their order. So they have, just like we have our codes, they have theirs as well. This comes out of their manual, this direction.
I still think the $100 is excessive too, so, because,
So $100, I would argue, is not excessive. And the reason is the impact the water use has is extreme. Normally, we go around and we want people watering their yards, make their yards look beautiful and the trees and all these things. But right now, some of the areas that we see, the water levels are so low. I was talking to a gentleman the other day, he wasn't able to get water out of his well. The water levels has dropped so far. And the only way to impact that is by showing people that this is serious, this cannot be repeated, and it has to stop.
Let me ask-
Go ahead.
So do you feel like the Southwest Water District, are they more or less mandating that you do this, or is there any wiggle room with?
There's no wiggle room.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What are the restrictions? Because I don't water my lawn, so I don't pay attention. What are the restrictions that,
So they're
been
actually
imposed.
spelled out very clearly. And we have put them in our flyers and whatnot. So I'm not sure if I can make this bigger.
Yeah, there you go.
okay,
But by and large, this is really what it is. It goes by the last digit of your address, and you're allowed to water on your watering day one time. You can pick in the morning between midnight and 4 a.m. or in the evening between 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. So one time per week on your watering day. Now, there are other restrictions that go into play as well, as like pressure washing and washing your car. Those are still allowed. It's just very specific. Hand watering is allowed on any day if you want to do your plants or whatnot. It has to be between midnight and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and midnight.
so if I'm washing my car, I'm restricted to those times as well?
No, ma'am. You can wash your car any time during your watering day. You just have to have a shutoff on your nozzle. Thank you.
Nozzle.
Hose.
Yeah, and if you're smart, you wash it on your front lawn.
Fair enough.
I don't think I have-
No, you can,
Thank you.
The car will be off by then. No, I'm kidding.
any other questions? Floor is yours, thank you.
Good evening, I'm Officer Bat with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on April 28, 2026. At this time, the city is in Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of City Ordinance Violation 22-161 for watering outside the allowed time and date permitted and is irreversible. First, Southwest Florida Water Management, the property is only allowed to water on Tuesdays between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. A notice of violation, notice of hearing was posted to the subject property, requested posting City Hall on the electronic board, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on April 28, 2026. The notice of violation, notice of hearing was also posted on April 29, 2026 to the subject property, requesting posting to the City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1461, supporting the case, asking for a ruling and a one-time fine of $250 to be assessed.
We'll accept that, thank you.
The exhibit is photos of the violation occurring on April 28, 2026 at 9:57 a.m.
Any questions for the code officer?
Just one quick.
Go ahead.
I know you guys talked about providing notices and things like that to everybody. Was there any contact with, that you guys can recall with this particular homeowner prior to this event?
Prior to the event? No.
Yeah, just to say, hey, don't, watering at this time, or these are your restrictions, yada,
I
yada.
think what he's asking is, there was a 2-week period where you were giving everybody warnings.
Yeah,
Was this particular address one of the houses that got a warning?
No.
Okay.
okay.
Any other questions? Go ahead, Rod.
What I'm having difficulty with, how were we gonna do this? Is it similar to a tree?
It's a irreversible, irreparable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I assume the respondent is here? Yep, raise their hand. Would you like to come up to the podium and say something? Name and address first, please.
Gretchen Smith, 11013 Saginaw Drive, Temple Terrace. Can't see. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Steve Smith.
She talks to me most of the time anyway.
And thank you for your courtesies, letting us go first. We turned our sprinklers off, I don't know, in the time frame that we needed to switch over. On April the 28th, we had our sprinkler guy come out and reset, and that happened to be the same day she was there or came by. They got there about 9:15 in the morning. They don't work overnight on the Swift Mud schedule. And went through all our sprinklers, reset our clock for once a week, and left. He said, "I'm just let it cycle out, and then you'll be good. You will be set to one day." And we did that, but the sprinklers were running at 9:58.
They did that to test the sprinkler.
He tested all the sprinklers. Is that what you mean?
The timing was right and all that.
Yeah, it was at 9:58. No. Our violation was at 9:58. He probably started running it about 9:30, 9:40 when he was all done. And so we're just, in our minds, didn't connect watering our lawn with getting the sprinklers and everything set. So that's our bad, and we're asking for forgiveness. I don't see the electronic signs around town, and I really don't go to the website. So if it came in the mail, I would have seen it. But it's not something that I jump on and study. So I was,
Yeah,
huh?
I'd like to add a little bit.
Go.
Okay, besides this, when he finished fixing the system, making sure everything, the timing was right, he was going to leave. We didn't know this till later on. And he left, and he said the sprinkler test will go on for, did he say how long?
No, he just said let him run this whole cycle.
Oh, in full cycle. And so
So we didn't even think about
we
it.
assumed that, and then until we got the notice in the mail. And it turns out we were the only ones that didn't have knowledge of it. And the timing was, we made the violation at 58,
9:58.
9:58, and very short, within half an hour, he was checking the mail, checking it. So that's all it felt like we were being set up. We'd done it, and somebody comes and walks up and cites you right there. That's the way it felt. Anyway.
So let me see if I can summarize this for you.
Okay.
So you're saying, your position is that it was coincidental that she happened to come by there at the same time that your sprinkler guy had adjusted your sprinklers to operate one day a week at the appropriate time, and it was running through, quote, a cycle in order to catch up with itself to be able to run properly.
Right.
Okay. Any other questions? You can have a seat, thank you.
Thank you.
It's not a question for code enforcement.
Go ahead.
So, I lost my train of thought. I'll get,
Well, now's the time, because
Yeah,
if we go to a motion,
I don't know.
Okay,
I have.
go ahead, Rod.
What was your mechanism of determining, just driving around,
Yeah.
looking at the numbers of the house number?
I was patrolling the area,
Yeah.
and it's during the daylight,
Yeah, 9:15 in the morning.
Right.
because it's 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. and 8 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. that it's allowed to go. So generally speaking, during the daylight hours, you shouldn't be watering your
And you
lawn.
did not have the chance to kind of like go down and knock on the door and say, we have water restriction. I'm having difficulty with this issue, to be honest with you. Now, this is the hardest issue I'm going through since I've been serving the code enforcement. We have a lot of elderly people in this city. They don't read, they don't go on the website. We needed more education. I got the message
I'm well
myself.
Trust
But
me, it's not
some,
easy for myself.
most
Some
people who
points
don't
I know.
have any message, or they won't know, or their water lawn people, sometimes they come and adjust it for them. They are not aware of this issue. So that's why I even mentioned at the beginning, I think it's very excessive amount to be laying on our residents in the city of Temple Terrace. So this is my opinion, but
Your opinion can come later, right?
Yeah,
Council questions?
And unfortunately, I don't operate under the opinion factor. I go based on the directive of my director.
yes, I understand, with respect, and I know,
Yeah, I have
yeah.
one. I finally
Okay.
remembered. Have you observed any, have you observed any other violations at this particular address since the, okay, so it was just a
Not
one?
at all. It was a one-time coincidence. I didn't speak to them prior to the event, but obviously I was in contact. They let me know about that, but unfortunately, at that point in time, it's irreparable, irreversible.
Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion. Somebody,
I'll do one.
thank you.
In case number 26-1461, I move the city is proven by a greater weight of evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 11013 Saginaw Drive, code sections 22-161 subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from code enforcement officers, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that violation is irreparable and irreversible, as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move the fine of $100 be imposed.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion?
Can we lower the fine, please? I will vote on it, but otherwise, I'm not gonna vote on this.
You have to vote one way or the other. so-
Yeah, well, I vote nay.
Okay. So I can appreciate what you're saying. However, if we do it for one, we have to do it for all of them.
Let's
And
start
there
as a
are-
precedent today. It'll be education for the public. Let's have people watch us and people review this. I don't know, with respect to the attorney and the director,
However, this
I don't-
drought's really a thing. It's a big thing. The water levels, I understand that they weren't aware of their time or their day and all of that. At the same time, if you've lived here long enough, you know, we've gone a long time without significant rain. We're, 14, 15 inches below average? Something like that?
Can we do 50? I think that's also hefty, because our water bill is around $100, If you're getting them $100, that's a water bill with water and sewer.
Well, here's, the issue is, as she said, that if you do it for one resident, you have to do it for all the residents.
Yes.
And while I understand that it was coincidental that our officer happened to go by there the day they were getting it readjusted, I think now you're giving everybody that same excuse while I was getting it readjusted.
Well, David,
So,
this is,
I mean, I appreciate what you're trying to do. However, it's bigger than, and I feel for them, if that's truly the case. But as he said, we are in a very, very
I understand
severe
that.
drought. And we're already lowering it from what would normally be a $250 fine to $100, as he suggested. It's his motion. He's welcome to revise it. If you're asking for a revision, you should say that.
I'm gonna stay at 100.
Okay, so we have a motion, and if there's no further discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nay.
Okay, we have one nay, motion carries. So you have been found in violation, the fine is $100. If it happens again, I'm sure it won't, but if it does, it's considered a repeat violation, and the fines go up from there, okay? Thank you. Next case. So I think we're going to go to 261463.
Correct. Case number 261463, City versus,
Is it the one you're going to recuse yourself from?
Yes.
I thought we were gonna do all the water violations.
This is a water.
No, it isn't.
Oh, it's not, okay, I'm sorry.
Do all the water
Okay,
ones together.
I thought that was a water one, I'm sorry. So let's just go to the beginning of the water shortage cases, which is,
26, 1323.
323.
is it 1323?
1323.
Okay, yeah, so we'll start with 261323 and just run through all of them, okay?
I think they're trying to see their excuse to leave.
Excuse me?
I think they're trying to see if they can go.
Yeah, they can go, yeah, you're welcome to leave. I don't know why you would want to, it's riveting.
Most exciting thing of the week. 1462.
Thank you. So case number 261323. I'm sorry, yeah,
No.
yeah,
Yeah,
1323.
1323.
Yeah.
Okay.
City versus ARC Cafe at HLD 001 LLC for the property located at 8800 North 56th Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 22-161 subsection C, water shortage declaration. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance. This case was originated by me on April 17th, 2026. At this time, the city is under a Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of City Ordinance 22-161 for unauthorized watering outside of the allowed time and date permitted and is irreparable, irreversible. Per the Southwest Florida Water Management District, the property is allowed to water on Monday between 12:01 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. due to the Phase 3 watering restrictions. I created a notice of violation, notice of hearing for the irreparable, irreversible conditions on April 17th, 2026. I posted a copy at the site, and a copy was posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the address of the owner of record. The case was scheduled for the May Municipal Code Board meeting. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on April 17th, 2026.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Sorry.
Exhibit number 1 shows the affidavit of service for the posting of the notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit number 2 shows the unauthorized watering. Exhibit number 3 shows the unauthorized watering, and exhibit number 4 shows the unauthorized watering. This time I'm seeking a ruling and a one-time fine of $250 to be assessed.
Any questions for the code officer?
So have there been any other violations at this?
I had stopped during the 10 or 14-day period prior to that and made them aware that their irrigation was running during the day and it needed to be changed. So on April 17th, it had not been changed when the restrictions kicked in.
Have you observed anything since then?
I got another case coming before you and 1 or 2 more cases. Same site.
For the same property?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here? Come on up. Have you both been sworn in?
Yeah. And for the record, this is Fred Harris. He's the district manager, and my name is Tom Fox. I'm counsel for the respondent.
Okay. So, name and address?
Frederick Harris, 1711 Springwell Drive.
And your name and the name of your firm.
Tom Fox with Risbon Law.
Okay, thank you. Floor is yours, sir.
So I guess he gave it to, I don't know who he gave it to, like the respondent, because we're checkers and rallies. And we have team members and managers that works there. And if they gave it to them sometimes, because during the time I was on a cruise, well, top 10 cruise, and we heard about it. We tried to get our landscaper to get in fast to change it up, but I don't think he got in fast for the second ordinance, but he changed it since then.
Correct, and that's what I would add is that we have since rectified the error, so it's set to start watering from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. going forward, which would be in compliance with the ordinance, and so we would ask for a clemency from this board.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions for the respondent? Go ahead.
So you set it for the date that was, whatever was the proper day of the week, right? You got it set for that?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, all right. That's-
Any other questions? Seeing, you can have a seat, thank you. Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I'll do this one.
Thank you.
Oh, I guess I did have one other.
For who?
These guys, there's a second violation for at this same location for the same.
Well, we'll deal with that when we get to it.
Would it be cleaner to do
Would
it
it be
together?
Yeah.
cleaner to do it
What's your-
together
We
and,
only have the one case on the agenda today.
No,
there's
case number 1389 is the same address.
same address, same
Oh, yeah,
owner,
Yep.
just
same violation.
curious if,
Yeah, each violation is its own separate case.
Right.
Did you want to hear both of them first, Ernie, or did you want to take them separately?
We need, well, it's got to be two separate motions, one for each case. So why don't we hear it? We've already heard the one case. Let's move forward with it, and then we'll call the second case.
Okay.
Because we'll
My
need to
case, I
hear
have
the
a-
evidence on that case, too.
question for code is, I know you said $100 was the bottom line for you guys. Is that per case, or is it, I mean, is it two separate dates that these guys were in violation, or?
Yes. Yes, so there was the first violation was one date. The second violation came a day or two later, after trying to work with them to get it turned off. To the staff's credit, they did try to make phone calls and try to get people. I was invited in. We searched the property trying to find the water, where to turn it on and off. We couldn't locate that, so we were at the mercy of maintenance crews to come.
Okay, I have a question as well then. The next case that comes up, case 261389, is that going to be considered a repeat?
It is a repeat.
Okay.
I don't think we should handle it as a repeat. I think we should handle both of these as first time, because we kind of consider a repeat as a case that's come before. They've come before you, and there's been a finding.
That's fine.
So I
That's
think
correct.
two
That's correct.
first-time cases.
All right, good to know. Thank you. Okay,
Let me proceed on. All right, case number 26-1323, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 8800 North 56th Street, and the code section is 22-161 subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 161-63. I therefore move that a fine of $100 be imposed for this violation.
we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nay.
One nay, motion passes. So you've been found in violation with a $100 fine. In an effort to get you guys out of here, we're going to hear the next case next. Okay? So we'll move on to case 261389.
City versus Art Cafe HLD 001 LL.
Sound.
Oh, thank you. For the property located at 8800 North 56th Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 22-161, subsection C, water shortage declaration. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by me on April 20th, 2026. This time, the city is under a Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of City Ordinance 22-161 for unauthorized watering outside of the allowed time and date permitted, and is irreversible per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property is only allowed to water on Monday between 12:01 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. due to the Phase 3 watering restrictions. I created a notice of violation, notice of hearing for irreversible conditions on April 20th, 2026, and I posted a copy at the site, and a copy was also posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the address of the owner of record. And the case was scheduled for the May Municipal Code Board meeting. This time I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the site taken by myself on April 20th, 2026.
We'll accept that, thank you.
You're welcome. Exhibit number 1 shows the affidavit of service. Exhibit number 2 shows unauthorized watering. Exhibit number 3 shows unauthorized watering. Exhibit number 4 shows unauthorized watering. At this time, I'm seeking a ruling and a one-time fine of $250 to be assessed.
Any questions for the code officer?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that you guys tried to contact the owner, but I think they said they were on a cruise, possibly
Yeah, the site
property.
It's a business. It was all open during the daylight hours. I did the one
Yeah.
original warning during the one period. Then the next time was the violation we just cased on April 17th.
So I guess I have a question for Director Shanks. So would this still be considered like a first-time violation and the $100?
He just said.
Oh.
Considered as a first-time violation.
Yeah, we're going to treat these both as first-time violations.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know, if they had enough time to react or that they were out of town or whatever, so.
If they had come before us and
Yeah.
got a ruling, and then they back in front of us, it would be considered a repeat.
I wasn't saying a repeat, I was saying, the fine is $250, so
Yeah.
that's what he's asking for.
Right.
So are we still gonna reduce it to $100? That's kind
He's
of.
asking for $250 for the last one, too. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what
so-
they're asking for.
Yeah, I know, I just
It's what
wanted the director's input.
Yeah, the ask is going to be $250 across the board for these violations. However, my recommendation is for these initial violations, minimum of $100.
Okay, great, thanks.
Any other questions? Did the respondent want to say anything more? Very briefly. Okay.
We just want to clarify, there were
No, wait, hang on. Name and address for the record, please.
Frederick Harris, 1711 Spring Rail Drive.
You, sir?
Tom Fox with Brisbane Law Council for Respondents. We just wanted to briefly clarify through Fred why there was the delay in handling this violation.
Just on that cruise at the time, and without the Wi-Fi, the internet package to speak and stuff, it wasn't able to. We had another district manager trying to help out, but it just didn't get done in them 3 days with the landscaper. As he said, they was trying to find it. The workers don't work with the water. We got a landscaper. I wish they knew what it was so they could cut it off. Like, that would be something to train them. Like, with the elderly, when they came and told them, hey, you ain't supposed to be water, what if they told them we don't know how to change it? Just for future reference.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you. You can have a seat.
Thank you.
If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I can do another one.
Thank you.
All right, so in case number 26-1389, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 8800 North 56th Street, Code Section 22-161, subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $100 be imposed for this violation.
You have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion?
Yes, I'll vote on this one if you do it 50, because that's the same address, the same person, and you heard what they said.
Can I speak on that? Like that again, they had 3 days between the two violations. It's a business. There's always red tape to go through. You have to get to the right person to get it done. I understand that. The water shortage is a big deal, but at the same time, that's
a couple of days.
It's tough. I wouldn't mind if it was lowered as well.
I wouldn't mind if it was 0. Serious, because you see, I mean,
entitled to your
we got
opinion.
an attorney, we got a business owner on a cruise ship, and they could not communicate, and we're now hitting them with another $100. This is, it's just making me not want to vote on any of these cases.
You are voting, just.
Yeah, I'm voting nay.
Voting nay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're not, you are voting. So it's your call.
I'm open to $50 if that,
You're not open to 0?
I'm not open to 0, no.
Okay.
Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't be open to 0 either. To lower it, I'd be okay with. But
I'm good with lowering it to 50.
So you just revise your motion to,
Okay. How do I go? Just
so you'd like to revise your
I'd
motion
like
to
to
lower the $100 fine to $50.
like, okay, I'm going to revise my motion to lower the fine from $100 to $50.
And then whoever seconded the first one should.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So there's been 2 cases. The first case was a $100 fine, second case was a $50 fine. Just so you're aware, the next, if it happens again, it's considered a repeat violation, and the fines go way up from there. Okay? Good luck, thank you. You're welcome to stay or leave, whatever. We don't have any more cases with this one, right? Okay, so you're welcome to stay or leave, up to you. Thank you. Next case would be 261344.
City versus Roy W. Seidenstring and Sarah A. Seidenstring. For the property located at 12601 Rainforest Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 22-161, subsection C, water shortage declaration. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Danielle Batt, and the city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, I'm Officer Batt with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on April 20th, 2026. At this time, the city is in Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of City Ordinance Violation 22-161 for watering outside the allowed time and date permitted and is irreparable, irreversible. Per Southwest Florida Water Management, the property is only allowed to water on Mondays between 12:01 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. A notice of violation, notice of hearing was posted to the subject property requested, posted to City Hall on the electronic board and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on April 20th, 2026. The notice of violation, notice of hearing was also posted on April 29th, 2026 to the subject property requested posted to City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. At this time, I'd like to submit evidence for case number 26-1344, supporting the case and asking for a ruling and a one-time fine of $250 to be assessed.
We'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
Yeah, I'm going to ask the same one that I usually ask, that I've been asking so far. Have you observed any violations after this particular?
Not after, no.
Okay.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here? Yes? Yeah, okay. Have you been sworn in?
Yes.
Okay, did you want to come up and speak? Okay, I mean, that's your prerogative. Okay, if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I can,
I'll do this one.
okay, you want to do it?
Thank you.
Hold on. Okay. In case number 26-1344, I move that the city is proven by a greater weight of the evidence following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code existed on the property located at 12601 Rainforest Street. Violation is section 22-161 subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $100 be imposed for each violation.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. One nay, motion carries. So you have been found in violation, there's a $100 fine. Just like I told everybody else, if it happens again, it becomes a repeat violation, and the fines go up from there. Thank you for coming. You're welcome to stay, or you can go, whatever your prerogative. Next case, please.
City versus, I'm sorry, case number 261426, City versus Sod Investment.
Microphone.
Oh, sorry about that. City versus Sod Investment, Inc., Nationwide Realty Group, for the property located at 6408 North Queensway Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 22-161, subsection C, water shortage declaration. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Officer Batt with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on April 24th, 2026. At this time, the city is in a Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of City Ordinance Violation 22-161 for watering outside the allowed time and date permitted and is irreparable, irreversible. Per Southwest Florida Water Management, the property is only allowed to water on Fridays between 12:01 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. A notice of violation, notice of hearing was posted to the subject property, requested posting in City Hall on the electronic board, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on April 24th, 2026. The notice of violation, notice of hearing was also posted on April 29th, 2026 to the subject property, requested posting to City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1426 supporting the case, asking for a ruling and a one-time fine of $250 be assessed.
We'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
So, any observed violations since April 24th on the property? Okay. All right, thanks.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here? Yes? Okay, thank you. Okay, if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
All right. This one. All right. All right. In case 26-1426, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 6408 Queensway Drive. Code Section 22-161, subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Danielle Batt. along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $100 be imposed for this violation.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 1 nay. Motion carries. So again, sir, you have been found in violation. Before you leave, you have been found in violation. There's a $100 fine. If in fact it happens again, I'm sure it won't, but if it does, it's considered a repeat violation and the fines go up from there. Okay, have a good night. Thank you. Next case, please.
Case number 261462, City versus Joshua Van, this was a hard one, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vandenida. We're going with that. And Heather, sorry for messing up your name. For the property located at 6312 East 112th Avenue, the case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 22-161, subsection C, water shortage declaration. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Danielle Batt. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, I'm Officer Batt with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on April 28th, 2026. At this time, the city is in a Phase 3 water shortage order per the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The property was found in violation of City Ordinance Violation 22-161 for watering outside the allowed time and date permitted and is irreversible. Per Southwest Florida Water Management, the property is only allowed to water on Tuesdays between 12:01 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. A notice of violation notice of hearing was posted to the subject property, requested posting City Hall on the electronic board, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on April 28, 2026. The notice of violation notice of hearing was also posted on April 29, 2026 to the subject property, requesting posted to City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and sent both certified mail and regular mail to the address of record. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1462, supporting the case, asking for a ruling and a one-time fine of $250 be assessed.
Any questions?
Same one. Any
Thank you.
Any observed violations since April 28th? Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here? Come on up. Name and address first, please.
Yeah, Josh Vandeninde. Address is 6312 East 112th Avenue.
Great, thank you. Floor is yours.
So I moved to Temple Terrace about a year and a half ago, and the house that I bought here in Temple Terrace was in desperate need of repair. Went through all the city processes of gaining permits and worked with the city very well to make that happen. I did run out of money in trying to make repairs to my sprinkler system. So my sprinkler system is only operable through the hand or manual function. And I was aware that there was water restrictions from my neighbor across the street. So I was very careful to water on my watering day, which was Tuesday, and that's the day that this fine was issued. However, because I had to water in the hand mode or manual mode, I left it on, and it stayed on for longer than it should have. So I definitely want to take responsibility for the violation, but I appreciate your clemency.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you. You can have a seat, sir. Thank you. If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
All right, I guess this is my job tonight, so apparently.
Thank you.
All right, so in case 26-1462, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 6312 East 112th Avenue, Code Section 22-161, subsection C. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Danielle Batt, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $100 be imposed for this violation.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion?
Can I ask just a question?
Sure.
I mean, he did it, and you heard, that's why you're just having, I'm having very difficult time with this, that we cannot, like, how long did it stay on? He watered on the same day, he knew about and it's manual operated. So the intention was not there to water or overwater or he is aware of his word with this city, fix the property. The property, by the way, looks really beautiful. But we have no way except hitting him with $100. That's all I want to voice, but to everybody to hear. We cannot violate because we were told minimum $100.
Can you put the picture up,
got-
of the timestamp picture up?
Yeah, it's 9:59 a.m., I can tell you that. You can read it right off the.
Yeah, so it was.
So it was after.
It was 10 o'clock in the morning.
So it wasn't, he was on the right day, but he left.
It wasn't the right time.
I don't know that he
It
could
was
have
6
let,
hours.
he could have.
It was
I don't-
6 hours after the right time.
Yeah, well,
How-
probably he did not realize that it's going to keep running, or
No, he knows. He had to turn it on manually, he had to turn it off manually. He
Everybody
testified
makes
to that.
mistakes, But sometimes you make the wrong ones.
And you know how hard to adjust these sprinkler system, by the way?
know.
It's very hard. It's not for the,
But it's not hard if you're turning it on manually.
yeah, well, turned it off completely. We have water shortage.
Any further discussion? No. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Opposed? 1 nay, motion carries. So, sir, you have been found in violation. The fine was $100. If it happens again in the next 5 years, actually, it's considered a repeat violation. And if it's a repeat violation, the fines go up drastically from what they are tonight.
I do have one question.
Sure.
Will we be notified when the
You need to come up.
You need to come up to state your name again, please.
Josh Van Den Nijnda. My question is, will we be notified when the restrictions are lifted?
You'll be, if and when the restrictions get lifted, it will be on the website, it'll be on the news, it'll be on social media. You will not get a personal notice at your home or in your water bill or anything, but it'll be on the news, it'll be in social media, it'll be on our website. So you just keep track. And I quite frankly, I also sit on the River Watch Task Force, and it doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon, so.
So, if I may, that's a perfect segue for this. I was asked to show the website again and how to access it and all that good stuff. So, if we get this brought back up one more time.
Sure.
So anybody can do this. You can Google Southwest Florida Water Management District as Swift Mud water restrictions, Florida water restrictions. It'll pull down to this. This web page will come up. It's one of the first things that's going to pop up. And it shows everything. Now, these are going to run currently through July 1st.
Right.
As of right now, July 1st, the restrictions end. Will they be extended? I don't know. Don't know. Probably. But that's up for SwiftMud to determine. And it spells out everything. Now, also on here, towards the bottom, is Phase 3 water restrictions. And there's also, at the top, some really good FAQs, which I've brought up here, that go a little bit deeper. It's again, breaks down the days, the times, what about my plants and shrubs. They've actually done a really, really good job explaining a lot of the intricacies, the word I'm trying to say that I can't pronounce. Thank you. Now, further, there's also a link. It's a little bit deeper if you really want to read it, directly to their code that spells out everything, even down to testing. To test your water system, you can do 10 minutes per zone, and somebody has to be there watching it. So if anybody's out there is operating a water management company or whatever,
Repair or anything.
exactly, please know that you're doing your people wrong if you just let it run. So there's very tight restrictions, and again, we are mandated to cite without warning going forward until the end of these restrictions.
July what?
July
July 1,
31st.
as of right now.
As of right now.
31st.
31st.
As of right
As
now,
of
but
right
they may
now.
be extended.
It could be
If it
extended.
doesn't rain,
And if that changes, we will put out word.
Sure, I know.
No fireworks this year.
Fireworks? oh, there's probably going to be fireworks.
That's not our call.
We have a drought, you know.
That's not our call. Okay, any other questions, sir?
That's it, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next case?
Well, actually, can I ask a quick question about that? So with watering restrictions, there are a lot of codes on shrubbery and foliage around businesses. Is code going a little easier on that if they can't? No? Okay.
No, not only are we not going easier, it's across the board, across the board. And we're not the only ones. So all Hillsborough County, Manatee County, Pinellas County, and all the cities within are all doing the same exact thing. We're all out looking for these violations. Now, each one is going to have different fine levels.
Right.
So $100 is pretty actually kind of on the lower to mid end.
Okay.
Yeah, another question?
Yeah, I see Brian's point too. Like those shrubberies, sometimes if you don't water them as usual, they'll die, and that's a violation.
So, okay, so to that point, we're not going after people right now for that kind of stuff because we can't, right? That wouldn't make sense. Further, once the water restrictions do end and we get the rains and things start coming back to life, there's going to be some grace given to things like that. Now, other things like grass cutting, still has to happen, right? People talk about mowing dirt. Right now, we're not really concerned about the actual grass growing. Brown spots are going to happen. Further, HOAs and communities like that are also restricted from citing the people within their communities, so they cannot force watering because that's a violation of Swift Mud.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, let's move on to 261463.
That's me.
City versus Christie Ann Reeves
All right.
for the property.
I'll step away.
Microphone.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so he's
recusing, yes.
This is the
Yeah, this is
last one,
Brian, yeah.
261463.
City versus Christie Ann Reeves for the property located at 11309 Limbanks Place. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 12-192 subsection B, off-street parking / driveway. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Officer Danielle Batt.
And before she begins, I heard you say 12-192B.
Did I? I'm sorry.
It should be 12921B.
That's correct. Section 12-921 subsection B.
Very good, thank you.
Yes, thank you for that. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
An affidavit of compliance
Yes.
was received May 11th by Code Officer Danielle Batt.
Good evening, I'm Officer Batt with Code Compliance. This case this evening was initiated by myself on April 28th, 2026, in violation of Code Section 12-921, subsection B, as a repeat violation from previous case number 25-4599. An amended order of finding was issued on January 14th, 2026, recording there was a violation, and upon the date of hearing, it was in compliance. A notice of repeat violation was posted as subject property requested posted to City Hall on the electronic board and simple certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on April 28th, 2026. A notice of hearing for tonight's hearing was posted on the subject property requesting posted to City Hall on the electronic board for the required 10 days and simple certified mail and regular mail to the address of record on April 29th, 2026. At this time, I would like to submit evidence for case number 26-1463, supporting the case and asking for a ruling of repeat violation. I'm going to also ask that a one-time fine of $125 per time the violation was found on property be assessed, as this is a repeat violation instead of a daily fine. This is a violation that can easily be brought in and out of compliance within an hour's time.
And what's the time period between when you saw the violation and when it was brought in compliance?
It was brought into compliance
On May 11th.
May 11th, and originating, I was there on April 28th.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for the code officer?
Yes.
Go ahead.
When was the last time they did this?
What?
I know within the 5 years, like last year or
No,
last 6 months?
No, it's
January.
This is a
Oh, just so soon?
Yeah.
This is a repeat of a repeat,
Oh, okay.
right?
Exhibit A, you're going to see a copy of amended order showing a finding issued and timeline for the case 25-4599. And Exhibit B are photos of the violation on April 28th, 2026, making this a repeat violation. And I have not seen it since then.
Go ahead, Bill.
So, if I remember right, last time, it's the same property, I think the same property is where we had we fined them $1,000, right?
For the trailer.
For the,
But that's not this.
oh, this is a different.
It's a different case.
Different vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, and was it out of compliance, that full, the 4/28 through May 11th?
In January, the amended order shows a timeline showing that it was found in violation, but was in compliance prior to the hearing, so we just did a finding of violation. So by finding the violation again on April 28th, puts it in a repeat violation.
Okay, well, how long was it out of compliance? That's.
The question was, when you saw it on the 28th, was it immediately rectified, or did it take until May 11th?
No, it was, I don't know what day exactly it left, I just know it wasn't there on May 11th.
Okay.
It was identified the one time.
Okay, so it's a one-time, well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one incident.
One incident, and you're asking for $125. And if you had any more, I know the last, I don't want to get out too far away from, last time, there was some problem with the person that followed you. Was there any problem with,
It doesn't,
I know it's a different case, but I'm just curious.
I can speak to that. The property owners did come and speak with me. We spoke for a long time. We discussed the violations. We discussed perspective. We discussed a lot. I believe we have a very deep understanding of what the future is going to look like, and I don't expect that we'll have any additional issues with this going forward.
Okay, thanks. That was, you answered my question.
Any other questions for the code officer? Is the respondent here? Come on up.
Okay, to begin,
Hang on a
Christie.
second, I think,
He's coming.
getting his notes. Have you both been sworn in?
Yes.
Okay. Name and address, please.
Christie Reeves, 11309 Lynn Banks Place.
Paul, same address. So, we've spoken, like you said. We did have a very long conversation. I want to thank Brian for reclusing himself today, because the other 3 times that we have been up here, he hasn't reclused himself. That or David Redding didn't recluse himself, and we know both of them. I know Dave Redding because I did tree work, and Brian is business partners with Ryan Gusman, which lives across the street from us, and Taylor, his wife, is also a board member. And the only reason that you guys are fining us $1,000 is because every time I park there, she'll call code enforcement on me and do selective enforcement on our house when I was just unloading something. You know, I don't want to drag it through my driveway and up into my house. I'm going to back it into my grass, I'm going to unload it, and I'm going to move the truck. You understand what I'm saying? In my agreement, I think that's perfectly legal, especially in this country. We can mow our lawns, pay our taxes, but I can't park on my grass to unload something. I'll get a code violation. Meanwhile, Officer Batts drives by, gives us a violation, but doesn't look across the street on a flat tire that Ryan Gusman has on his immobile vehicle that doesn't move. The registration on his dad's vehicle, which lives right next door, expired. She don't see none of that violation. She just comes to us because Taylor calls her on the phone to rat us out, to get us harassed and violated because she doesn't like my wife. It's the only reason. And Brian Redding, or not Brian Redding, David Redding, he was the one that imposed the violation to go up to $1,000, which I don't think is fair because in that little USB thing that we have, every other parking violation has been $25 a day, but why is ours at $1,000? Is it because Taylor has an influence on you guys, or what's going on? I think it's unfair. So I'm hoping that we can resolve this properly.
It kind of went off her saying that he followed, and I was in the car.
Oh,
It
I'm
wasn't,
not worried
it
about
wasn't,
that.
but that was part of them saying the
She
fine
said
was
I followed
higher.
her and
And that was not the case.
She was a victim.
We,
One at a time.
Go ahead.
we she drove by, yes, we did follow her
I wanted
in
to
the
see what
sense
was going on.
to talk to her and, ask her questions, which we did. It wasn't in any kind of wrong manner or anything. And then she came up here and made it seem like we followed her and we said all these terrible things and I knew and I was smiling. I was smiling because it wasn't a bad conversation. It wasn't any
pointed
kind of
out-
anything.
I pointed out more violations across the street that she could go look at.
Yeah, and that's it. There's a violation right down the street from my house. There's a trailer. It's been sitting there for 2 weeks that I've noticed. And I don't see them up here. We'll find out if they're here. But, not to rat anybody out because I'm not going to, but it's a box trailer sitting in a driveway. Plain sight. And it's been at least 2 weeks there. So I'm just saying, I feel like we're being unfairly treated. Listen, my husband came in late last night, 10:30.
I was
At
unloading stuff
7:30.
into the house.
One at a time.
Go ahead.
At 7:30, she comes by, obviously because I'm sure she got a phone call from Taylor. Because that was the only time that it's been there since we had that violation. Literally, we were gonna move it right first thing in the morning, but she already came by and gave us. So, like I said, the truck was gone at 8 o'clock, a half an hour after she took the picture. So, I don't know, we're at your mercy, but I feel like it's just a little bit of unfair treatment, that's all.
Anything else?
No.
I was gonna ask.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so are you in agreement with what Director Shank said, that you guys have you come to some
Oh, yeah.
agreement
Yeah.
on how you're gonna move forward from this? And
Oh, for
We
sure.
ask permission if we ever need to come over and do some work in the yard. We'll ask permission to park the trailer and
Yeah.
we do all that.
He's to give him a call. And if you look at those other violations, the truck and trailer are in our driveway.
We've got pictures of violations of them across the street from us. And I don't see them up here getting fined $1,000, if any fines at all, because they're on the board. I don't
You
think
guys
it's
don't
fair.
find anybody $1,000. I went back and looked at the stuff,
Yeah.
and nobody gets a $250 fine for parking a trailer. Even the guy that had it, 100 times almost, you guys fined him $25 per day
Oh my God.
with the semi. And I only had 4. But someone that can do 75 or whatever, however many days it was, you charge 25. And I feel like it's totally unfair. Can you guys think of one that you've done $250 for a trailer?
I don't think it was for the trailer.
Oh, no, that's what it was
It was for
for.
the trailer.
No, if I remember it correctly, the reason we imposed a heavier fine was because of what was told to us by the code enforcement officer, and it was presented, she was concerned, and it was.
Let me stop you right there. That was a previous case. That case has been adjudicated. We're here for this particular case here tonight, and that's really what we should be
But
doing.
it's under the same, but like she said it, you didn't fine us for the trailer, you fined us because she said that he followed her.
She felt threatened.
She felt threatened, or whatever she said.
And then you
And
guys
she should-
imposed a fine with 2 guys that should have been recused.
And
Is
he
that fair?
recused himself the first time on the very original
None of the
case,
other times.
Brian recused himself.
And we've
That's
been
why
here 5 times.
he's doing it again. And like I said, Dave Redding, we worked for him, I know him very well. Could show you text messages, work and whatnot. Should have recused himself, but he jumped up there, and that's their best friend. And actually, at the
Yeah, we got
time,
video of them hanging out with Ryan Gusman across the street in
At-
their driveway.
at the time, when the storms came, we cleaned up our street and 113th for the city so they could go
And I
deal with
didn't
whatever.
bill you guys.
And at the time, my neighbors, Taylor, they were happy, they liked us. They sent us Dave Redding, referred us over to him because he had a tree that was split and had to be taken down. So, you don't see how this can kind of be a little unfair, and how Taylor made a little fit last time and recused herself from
enforcement.
the last meeting. Because I'm sure you guys remember, she kind of made a scene about it when she left. Oh, I have to recuse myself and walk out like a 2-year-old who can't be in the room.
Doesn't matter.
Anyways,
So we're here for this particular case.
yes.
Let's try.
It's only been there once, and it hasn't been there since. And like I said, it was just overnight for a few hours. And so,
You have a question?
Yes. I just also I wanted to ask Officer that. even though I don't think our city code enforcement officers are very professional, and I don't think they target anybody in particular, and I don't think they sit next to their phone. They got a lot of work. We have very, very small, even staff. But let me continue. I don't think any of them, you know, you cannot say somebody called them and said, come here because two women don't like each other.
I have text messages
Right, what's your
from
question,
Taylor to.
My question is, for Officer Pat, did you get a call from anybody?
That day?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other questions?
That's it.
You guys can have a seat, thank you. If there's no other questions, I'll entertain.
I apologize. I was asked for the record, Mr. Paul. Can we get your full name for the record, please?
Paul.
Last name
Smith.
and your address?
The Lynn Banks address, you know it. Good enough?
No, but
Okay.
you're not going to cooperate, so. Your last name is Smith?
Yes, sir. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I had a question for
Go ahead.
Director Shanks. So are you comfortable with the $125 fine that Officer Batts was asking for?
I am.
Okay.
I think it's fitting, and like I said, we did have a discussion, very long conversation about everything, and they have since done exactly what they said they were going to do, and we had a conversation about some things that had to be done to this house. He needed the trailer, took it. He was kind enough to let me know once they were done, and everything moved on, so we're good.
Okay.
Do this one.
You'll do, okay. Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah.
In case 26-1463, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 11309 Limbanks Place, with the applicable code violations, section 12-921, subsection B of street parking, driveway. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Pat, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation, of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the respondent to be found to be a repeat violator as defined by City Code Section 1-63, because the respondent has been found to have violated the same provision of the city code within the previous 5 years, regardless of the property address. I further move the daily fine be assessed for the repeat violation from the time of notice of the repeat violation until time repeat violation are corrected. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $125.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion?
That's not for per day, that's
Not per day, just flat.
Any further
I
discussion?
did not say per day.
Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays? Motion carries. So you have been found in violation of a repeat violation. The fine is $125. If it happens again, it's considered a repeat of a repeat. That time period is 5 years, just so you understand. And the fines go up from there, so. Okay, thank you. Have a good night. All right, where are we here? I think we're going to go to 260734. Does that match your records?
Which one?
Sir, 4741.
260734.
Yeah, that's going backward.
That makes sense? Okay.
Case number 260734, City versus
Down.
Terrace M. You are. It is. Salem Mod, for the property located at 7539 Terrace River Drive. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 12-763. Tree removal penalty in section 12-768. subsection A, subsection 1, tree unlawful removal. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and the notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. On March 4th, 2026, City Arborist Joe Ferris asked me to inspect the front yard of the site for any trees being removed. My inspection showed no trees present in the front yard. I created a notice of violation, notice of hearing for irreparable, irreversible violations on March 6, 2026, and the case was scheduled for the May Municipal Code Enforcement Board meeting. I posted the notice on the property, and a copy was posted on the electronic board at City Hall for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the owner of record. This time I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by myself on March 6, 2026.
We'll accept those. Thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows the posting of the notice of violation. Exhibit number 2 shows no trees present on the site. Exhibit number 3 shows an email chain from the resident and city arborist Joe Ferris. Exhibit number 4 shows a screenshot from Google Maps showing a tree on the site. Mr. Ferris is here to answer any questions, and at this time the site is not in compliance, and I'm seeking the ruling.
Any questions for the code officer? Can we go back to that one picture real quick?
Yeah, we didn't see the remaining.
So I see 2 trees in the vicinity. One looks like it's on the property, one looks like maybe it's not. Where was the other tree that was taken down?
It was right in the middle of the front yard.
Right by the mailbox or behind the mailbox?
Behind the mailbox.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a picture of it.
We're just talking about one tree? Okay.
It's closer to the right side of the property.
Missing.
So it's kind of right of the front yard.
Okay.
So on Joe Ferris, City Arborist, sorry. January 29th, 2026, I received an email from the homeowner asking to have this tree removed as soon as possible. I had responded to the email asking what the issue was with the tree, concerns. He came back with a series of different issues he felt were justifiable for removal. I had denied that removal in the email. My next response was denial that those reasons were not justifiable for removing a protected live oak, and gave reasons or solutions for some of the problems that he was concerned with. He then responded that the suggestions I made would be too not cost efficient enough, and would rather be able to take the tree down. I explained again the reasons were not justifiable for removal. He asked what those justifications would be. I said diseased, dead, or dying trees. And then as Doug had mentioned, I had mentioned to him, I had gotten an email from a homeowner in the community who asked if I had permitted a tree for removal. And that's when I asked Doug to take a look at it to see if that tree was there or not.
And you've not received any notice for any other arborist that the tree was dead or dying?
No.
Okay. Any other questions for Joe? Or go ahead.
That was my question. What was the reason they asked you they're going to remove it? I missed that. I must have missed that. Did they have reasons?
Their response was many issues. It's very much affecting the grass on my lawn. I have no grass at all because of it. My HOA is starting fining me because I do not have grass. The roots are affecting the sidewalk, and there is wood growing in my irrigation for my sprinklers. It's also right next to my neighbor's house and drops a lot of branches and debris on my neighbor's walkway. The acid that the trees left also affects the paint on my car. Many issues. I'd like to set up an appointment to come and see. I'd be happy to meet so-and-so. So those justifications were not enough for removal.
They're not enough because I know roots, sometimes they grow on the
yes. So some of those solutions,
yeah.
Lack of sod, you can plant ground cover. Jasmine is a ground cover.
Okay.
That's a solution for your sod. Oh. The roots along the edge of the sidewalk can be cut vertically to solve that problem. The irrigation lines can be rerouted to solve those problems. Regular trimming of limbs can avoid any dropping on adjacent properties. an occasional wash of your car through a car wash will solve any problems with acid.
I understand that, but some of these issues, I'm curious with the irrigation system being, like they have one in ground, and the tree has a mind of its own.
Yes, but we're
go in,
talking about irrigation systems.
then that's very, very costly.
So irrigation system is not what you need to survive in your house. You don't need irrigation to flush your toilet, to do your laundry, to cook a dinner, wash dishes. It's not a life safety. Irrigation is a luxury to water your lawn. So there's not justification for removal of a tree that was required to be there when this development was done. And per our code, any development that's done with trees that are required to be there have to be there through perpetuity. So
is it on their property or our property, the city?
It's on their property.
And there was nothing stopping them from trimming them. If he had dead limbs falling and trimmed the dead limbs, there was other things he could do.
Yes.
The email you just read from, I don't see it in the package that we have.
Yeah, it was in.
No, there was.
No, not
Not
all
that,
of that.
not all of it.
All of it, okay.
Not all of it, no. It was just, what are the tree need to be diseased, and it was like a few sentences.
One more question.
Any other question? Go ahead.
What's your recommendation? What should we?
As far as the fine goes, that I'm not quite sure. It is a live oak. Being that I didn't see the tree to know the size, the average sizes in that neighborhood, because it was developed around the same time, are no less than probably 18 inches in diameter and no greater than 23 inches in diameter. So whatever fine you feel is appropriate in that range, and then a replanting of another tree, either in the front yard or the rear yard.
You said it was a live oak?
Yes, live oak.
But we don't know the size.
Don't know the size because the tree was gone. I didn't see the tree itself.
So you can't tell from what the
But based on.
There was no,
stump left.
there was sod already covered over that by the time.
But
I was
based on
notified.
the other trees in the same area here, because all built about the same time.
Yeah, it's all built
It
about
was somewhere in the 16 to 18 inch diameter?
18 to 23.
18 to 20, okay.
That would be about the average that's out there in that neighborhood and would be appropriate for that time frame of when that was developed.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here? Come on up, if you want to. Have you been sworn in? Okay, name and address, please.
Adasad Ahmed, 7539 Terrace River Drive.
Okay, floor is yours.
So firstly, I did contact him. I feel like he's just focusing about a lot of the bads. I did kind of tell him that I could plant a new tree if that's possible. I had a lot of problems with the front yard. There was wood growing in the irrigation system, so I had to completely replace that. That was about $1,500. I had to get new sod, and the tree was kind of curving towards the house. So even if I was getting it cut every now and then, it's about a $400, $500 job every time. But even if there is a hurricane, for example, the tree's just going to just fall on my house, and that's where the master bedroom is, on the top floor. So also I do have a car. It's not easy to just do a car wash every week. It's a little bit costly, and I do have a wrap on my car, so you can't just do a regular car wash. It's $20. With a wrap, you have to have like a detailer do a spotless wash and stuff like that. So just maintaining the tree being there itself would have been a reoccurring payment of about a couple. The sod grass is about $1,000. Irrigation is about $1,500, and then having to maintain cutting the branches every single month was about $400. It was just a lot more expensive rather keeping it than just cutting it.
Any questions for the respondent? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
We'll do this as a irreversible,
Yes.
reversible.
There should be a tree matrix in your.
And you're recommending we have a fine and they plant a tree in the backyard, if that's possible. You have any specific tree? It has to be a live oak?
It's required to be a canopy type tree.
Canopy,
Live
which
oak
is
are one of the options.
okay.
And the fine should be in accordance with the matrix.
Quick question, if I could, for Joe. Because this was a PD, correct, and these trees were supposed to be part of the plan, can it go in the backyard, or does it have to stay in
No, it
front?
can, because it's part of that development.
So it can be in the backyard? Okay.
Because it would have been X amount of trees per property at the time, so.
Well, Joe, while you're up there, let me ask you this. If he had come to you and said he's gonna plant a tree in the backyard, could he have planted a tree and then cut it down? No.
No, it's, again,
Because it's alive, because it was a healthy tree?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
So he mentioned also that it was possibly the tree could have fallen into his house. Did you, well, I guess you don't know, right? Because you didn't see that the tree was gone by the time you were there, so there's no way to know if it was, maybe that's a question for you. Did you feel like the tree was diseased and had a possibility of falling into your house?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I did also forget to mention one thing. Obviously, with a fully grown tree, the roots can come under the sidewalks and kind of push the sidewalk up. My realtor, 2 houses down, she kind of had a similar problem, and she tripped on one of the sidewalks and she had to get stitches on her, right above her eyebrow. So it's just also safety precautions.
So are you willing to plant a new tree in your backyard?
Yeah, absolutely.
No problem with that, okay.
Okay. Rod, you were gonna do the motion?
Yes. And I did similar motion before that on this.
Read the motion.
Okay, so, it's I gotta go to the right verbiage. Let me go to the case number, sorry. In case number 26-0734, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 7539 Terrace River Drive, with the applicable code violation section 12-763. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer and the arborist, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by the City of Temple Terrace City Code. I move that the fine be $200, along with planting a tree in the backyard.
How long do they have to plant the tree?
1 month.
30 days?
I should mention the day.
I would say 30 days.
30 days, within 30 days of this motion.
Okay, we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. So I'm gonna remind you that we do have a tree fine matrix.
Yes, I looked at it.
And under the tree fine matrix, a live oak with an 18 to 20 inch diameter is somewhere between $1,800 and $2,000 as a fine.
I agree if it was intentional, and the gentleman came here, and also I believe on everything he's mentioning about the sidewalk, about your yard, you always get citations from the association, put the grass, people tripping, and I mentioned that before in a similar case. This is, to prevent it, and also hurricanes are always happening here, and if these trees start leaning, they got a mind of their own. They start leaning towards your house. What are we gonna do?
That may all well be true, but first of all, it was intentional. He intentionally cut the tree down. Let me finish. He had the opportunity to get an independent arborist to corroborate the fact that he thought it was dead or dying or was a danger to his house. He didn't do that. He decided on his own to cut the tree down.
Yeah,
He may not have known that is one thing that most people don't know. But I wish that they did. We would think that they do with all the things that the city does, but that is something that much of the city is still ignorant on.
Didn't he have email correspondence with the arborist?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, the disease.
Prior to cutting the tree?
It had to be diseased, or, yeah, I guess he did.
I asked him to come and look at it. I mean, I don't know what a diseased or dying tree looks like, but he didn't want to come at all.
And also, planting a tree in the backyard, that would, you have room, he has room in his backyard, and I think it's gonna be looking nice.
I want to ask Joe, it's what did you refuse to come look at the tree or what?
I didn't go look at the tree. I had asked the reason for wanting the tree removed.
Right.
If they had said that there's limbs falling, it's rotting, that type of thing, then okay, I'll go look at it. But the reasons for removal is still not justification for removing a healthy live oak. And when it comes to storms, live oaks are found to be the least likely to fail. They're the most wind-resistant trees we have around.
Yeah, thanks.
And again, he was making these decisions on his own without the benefit of any arborist. He decided.
Do you have that email, any other emails between you and the
It was
city?
just, I think it was just constant back and forth emails.
Because literally the only thing we have is, like, the tree would need to be diseased, what qualifications.
I could look for it right now.
Like, it's pretty limited, like, we're hearing discussion on both sides, and what we have been given is pretty limited.
I think with planting the tree in the back is gonna put a cost on him. It had a cost on him removing this tree. So, you know, I think $200 is reasonable for a private residence. Probably he did not go through the rules of knowing what the trees, he just thought, I'll remove it and prevent all this from reoccurring again and again, as he's,
He
you know.
did it after he was told that was not, the reasons he gave in his email were not.
Yeah, a lot of people, as Brian said, not educated on the tree.
Yeah, but no,
so
my point.
I'm not also waiving any fines. This is.
No, I know you're not, but my point is, it's not like that he didn't know. He said, here's my reasons. The arborist told him those were not good enough reasons to cut the tree down.
They're good enough for me, by the way.
Well, you're not an arborist.
I'm not an arborist.
And he cut it down anyway.
But let's remember the Chick-fil-A situation. They removed the trees, they did a big mess, and, you know, they went and planted the trees instead. So, you know, this is, and it was a commercial property. And they had no fine, by the way. I don't think the fine was even at all. Well, if I recall, no fine or?
They had a fine.
They had a fine, but was.
They had to plant several trees.
Well, that's
And
what we're imposing on him.
The
We don't-
message that's being sent is cut a live oak.
Yes.
$200.
Yeah.
That's a bad message, especially when we have a tree canopy study
I went
going
to the
on.
minimum
We have the
18
urban
inch.
canopy. I think it's just a very bad.
Well, I don't think it's a bad message, Ernie, because.
Rod, even if it was a 5-inch tree, it'd be $500. Okay?
I don't mind revising it to 500, but I think to go to the chart itself on a residential property, and we're imposing again him planting a tree in the backyard, I think that's, you know, to me, the $200 is the deterrence.
Go ahead.
There's a reason we have a chart. We are not arborists. We don't understand that. And there was another point I wanted to make. Everybody's been talking.
Hey, you resemble.
I went through the chart. The chart is.
Okay, hang, one at a time.
Has there been a second to the motion, by the way? I didn't.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
a second.
Gina
Yeah, we didn't
seconded.
start deliberations until after the second. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No.
Yeah, I say one more thing.
No. So, we've had deliberation. The suggestion for you is to raise the fine. It's certainly up to you whether or not you do that. We can vote on the motion as stated, or you can revise it. Call it, it's up to you.
As I told you, I'm willing to revise it, looking at the chart, up to $500 max. But beyond that, if I went by the chart, David, that's hardship, you know. I cannot tell him to plant a tree. Just take it out. Ernie, with respect, I hate cutting the trees without any viable reason. But there is a lot of reasons, especially in these subdivisions, especially the sidewalk and tripping over the sidewalk and roots sticking out of the ground.
When you finally went out there, did you see any raised sidewalks?
I don't recall seeing any.
Yeah,
That doesn't
well-
mean that they're not there.
Yeah. I've got raised sidewalks by my house. I'm not going to cut down the oak in front of my house.
I've seen a lot of trees.
Yeah, but that's not reason enough.
Driveway and the foundation.
It's not reason enough to cut it.
The city has come.
I know it's not a reason. I'm not putting a precedent as a reason, but I'm trying to pick a fine that would have him plant a tree, rectify his, and also educate the public and him.
Okay, well,
That's-
let's get to the point. Are you going to revise your motion?
I'll revise it and I'll up it up to $500.
Okay, who made the second the first time?
I did.
Will you second it second time?
I don't think it's enough.
Well, then you vote against it.
Okay, I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a new revised motion, we have a new revised second. Any further discussion from anybody? Seeing none, we're gonna do roll call vote, starting with you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I would say no.
Okay, motion fails, we need a new motion.
Okay, I'll try this. I'm in the right place.
To repeat, I mean, it's
Case number
irreversible.
260734, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in case number 260734, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace Code existed on the property located
You can have a seat.
at 7539 Terrace River Drive. Code violations are 735. 734, sorry. Section 12-763, tree removal penalty, and Section 12-768, subsection A, subsection 1, tree unlawful removal. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, our arborist, and the owner of the property, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that violation is irreparable and irreversible as defined by City Code Section 1-63. Therefore, I move that a fine of $1,000 be imposed for each violation, as well as a tree to be planted within 30 days.
What was the word you used?
Live oak.
Well, it doesn't have to be a live oak, it has to be a canopy tree?
Canopy tree.
Canopy
A
tree.
canopy tree be planted on the property within 30 days.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion?
Yeah, I just was curious why you didn't follow the.
No, because I don't have it, first of all. But looking at it, I just, we've got $1,000 at 10 inches. Since we didn't see the tree, we don't really know. But
Trying to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would say, yeah, in a case like this, it's better to underestimate than over. We don't want to, as Rod would always say, we don't want a fine has to be imposed. We don't want to over fine. So,
Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
aye.
Okay, motion carries. So you have been found in violation. The fine is $1,000, and you are required to plant a canopy-type tree within 30 days. Okay?
By the way, the city code has what the acceptable trees are, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you have any questions about what type of tree, and you can't find it in the city code, you can call the arborist and he'll tell you. Next case? We should be on unfinished business, I think?
No, 47.
No, but I think that we have somebody that's here.
Oh, we have somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
And they got, yeah, they got.
You need a break? Okay, 5-minute break while we get our cases together. 0865.
This is 865,
Ready?
okay.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Case number 260865, City versus Metro Plaza LLC for the property located at 10602 North 56th Street. This case is before the board on an alleged violation of section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permits app required. This case will be prosecuted by Code Officer Lori Smith.
Don't they have several?
The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members. Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated by Community Development on March the 16th, 2026, requesting a notice of violation referencing the open stop work order for commercial egress enclosure without a permit. I prepared a notice of violation on the 23rd of March, 2026, with a compliance date of April the 8th, 2026. No one was at the business, so I posted a notice letter at the front door and requested copies be sent certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on March the 23rd, 2026, and a copy of the stop work order in Central Square.
Accept that, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 shows commercial egress enclosure at the site. Exhibit number 3 shows original construction prior to unpermitted work. Exhibit number 4 shows original construction prior to unpermitted work modified sometime between 2013 and 2014. As of today's date, the site is not in compliance, and I'm seeking a ruling.
Very good. Any questions for the code officer?
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm a little confused on what we're seeing here. So the egress, so something new was built in?
Yes.
To this in between?
Alice Foss, the building official. Please back up to the existing, the previous pictures. Right here. Well, you see there, the back is a stairwell from the second floor, which is the egress for the second floor areas. What they did is they closed that whole area off.
Okay.
Now you don't have proper egress. As well as it's being used, well, we stopped them and told them cease all operations, post a stop work order. At that time, they were advised everything has to be removed. Take it out, put it back to original conditions.
So they built that.
They put a storefront on the front,
and
as well as a door on the back.
So now you can't get
no permits.
And now you can't get
You can't get out.
You can't get to the
Front of the front of the building. You can go to the rear.
Question, did you say this was done in 2013 or 14?
2013 to 2014, they put the roof over that area. It was open.
Oh, it was still open?
They put the roof.
Okay.
Still open.
And they enclosed it.
Now they enclosed it.
Okay, okay.
That's when it became a
That's
violation.
Okay.
Violation.
And were they planning to put a
Business?
Thank you.
As far as we know, yes, but we have no permits at all. The owners, as well as I've met with the property manager and told him this has to be removed.
So we have no idea why they just decided to enclose it.
No applications, nothing. In order to do this, as well as the permits that are required, they have to go through zoning, because now you've changed your site and all this, so that can take 6 months, 2 years, we don't know.
So
We have to get it back to original conditions, then they can apply and go through that process. But
is this
we got a
really
life safety issue we're worried
Is this
about.
really a permitting problem, or is it, it sounds like they just need.
We got zoning issues, permitting, as well as fire safety. The life safety issues.
So.
They've been advised.
But the only way to.
The only remedy is to put it back the way it was.
Original conditions,
And
come
then
through go through the proper channels to do what, convert to.
It's
The
not
other
matter-
issue we have is.
They can't get a permit for what they have there now.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
So it's really, yeah.
The other issue is the single-story structure that's in between the two stories is fully sprinkled, fire protected. The two-story is not. Once you connect it, which is to do, you have to sprinkle the two-story structure to make the whole thing compliant, and that's through zoning and everything else.
And you can't leave just the top up.
We want, if we're gonna do this to go back to original condition,
Okay.
the roof comes out.
Any other questions?
I have a question. The, I looked at original, I've never seen this before, so just guide me. In the back there is a upstairs.
There's a stairwell to the second floor.
Okay, but this is in no way they cannot, they can extend their building or whatever business they can do there unless they make sure it has to go through zoning or
First has-
revise the plan, revise the plans and have to the left of that, an egress to the staircase, and they have to remove the roof and,
The whole works goes back to like it looks here compared to the storefront and the roof that's there.
yes, like this one.
But I've spoken with the tenant that's in the restaurant that's right to the right. Their intention is to use this area as a dining areas, from what they was told me.
Okay.
They're trying to expand their business. They've also modified the sidewalk in front, where the storefront is, and raised the sidewalk and everything, which is an ADA violation.
Question?
Go ahead.
For something like this, there's no after-the-fact permit option, correct?
No, because they have to get zoning clearance first.
Okay, yep.
So we're
Just to clarify.
we're way down the road for that.
Yep.
One more question.
Go ahead.
Is there a minimum width they have to provide as a corridor to get to the?
42 inches.
42 inches at least to get to the stair, like if they flip the staircase or make
You're
it.
not going to flip that staircase.
We're not going to redesign this.
No, I'm just
It sounds like
asking.
that's what we're trying to do here. I mean,
No, I'm just saying,
Wait, the only
to remove.
way to come into compliance is for it to be removed.
Yep.
And start the proper process of rezoning, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So do you understand why it's under a permit?
There is no permit.
But I mean, it says that the
Yeah, because,
violation
yeah,
is a
because they didn't get one.
But why is it not like a zoning or
There should be another
like,
ordinance
why
that
are they on
violates.
multiple violations, I guess, is the question.
This is the overarching code violation, is no permits were pulled. Had they attempted to pull permits, they would have found out that there's other requirements that have to go in. So this is the code that best fits the situation. And the only way to rectify the situation is to restore the building back to its original condition. And actually, if you go to this strip mall, this plaza, just down from that, so that you have two buildings here. You have one to the right, one to the left. There's another opening exactly the same next to that building. So there's actually three sections to this building. One is the original. This one's been modified.
And any discussions with the property owners, management?
I've met with the property owners, I've met with the site manager, and they've all advised every time, take it back to original conditions. It needs to be removed. Then, we didn't want to start the process of permitting without going through zoning, and you can't go to zoning till we go through this process.
Right.
So we're spinning around.
Just curious, what was their response when you told them that they needed to take everything out?
They've had an attorney that called and said, oh, somebody said it was okay. No, it's not.
Okay. Is the respondent here? Any other and before you come up, any other questions for the code officer?
Not for the code officer, for you, David. This is, we have to impose a removal, immediate removal within 30 days, right? On this, if we do, when we do the motion.
Question for Ernie. I don't think we can do that.
Require just for the violation to be corrected.
Yeah.
Within whatever days, if you find that there's a violation. Let's not get the cart in front of the horse. Let's have the-
Yeah, I mean, we're not telling them how to rectify the situation. We're just telling them whether or not, our job is to determine whether or not a violation occurred. End of story.
Let's let the respondents speak.
Yeah, come on up. Name and address, please.
Members of the board, my name is Hamdi Kader. I am counsel for the respondent. I work for Kader Legal. I'll say your first name, last name.
Before you, have both of you guys been sworn in?
We got sworn in with the...
Okay, you did, okay, thank you.
My name is Khalil Abu Ajak, and the address is 10700 North 56.
Thank you.
And this is Hamdi, my lawyer. He's going to be representing me.
Okay.
Sir, basically, the confusion that you all see today is the confusion that we face as well. What we were told when he called me frantically because he did not know what to do is I tried to follow the steps per the notice of violation. I called the code compliance staff, and they told me that the only problem was the fact that there was no permit pulled. So we submitted the permit, and now as I sit here in the back, I find that there's multiple different processes and multiple different steps, and nobody knows exactly what is going on. My question is, if we can't even figure out what's going on, how somebody with English with a second language, who this is their livelihood, is supposed to know what is going on? So, I mean, what we're looking to do is all we're asking is just if the board could graciously grant us just some time in order just not to only fix the problem, but to figure out how to fix the problem.
I think you've been told how to fix the problem, and this all started with a structure that was built with no permit.
Yes.
Okay? So had he gone down to get a permit to do what he ultimately did, it would have been denied.
Oh, and 100%, we're not arguing that he should actually have went and applied for the permit. We're not arguing against that. That was an oversight, and that should have been done. But what I'm trying to say is the fact that we are right now in the situation, and we're trying to rectify the situation. So all that we're asking for is just some time to allow us to rectify the situation.
And what's your plan to rectify?
Well, you know, based on what we're hearing right now is that we have to knock down the roof, if I'm not mistaken, in order to make sure that there is ingress and egress. Am I mistaken?
Knock down the entire, whatever has been built there, that's.
Storefront and everything.
To come down.
And is that the opinion of who? Is that the formal opinion, or are there other opinions out there who would say differently? Because it seems like we're getting different answers from different places.
No, that is the opinion. It has to come down. And what
Opinion
they're
of who?
saying is, if you want to try and connect these buildings, you then have to start from scratch after it's gone, and you're going to have to get with our community development people and start planning it out, because this plaza was built pursuant to a plan with certain things, and that would have to get modified. So you have to go through that process through our community development. But first, we got to rectify what the situation is now, where the structure was built, it needs to come down.
And maybe this is not the right forum to ask about these questions, but I just want to make sure that I even understand this correctly. So the next step for them to do, even though we've already applied for the permit, is to, without a permit, rectify the situation?
Let me ask that's something for the building official as to
Nobody knows.
whether or not, the question is this is going up, is whether or not a permit's gonna be needed to demolish it. And I don't know, because I don't know if electrical work's been done or any type of plumbing work.
Okay,
And again, the building official's the expert on that, certainly not the building official. I don't know if they need a permit to demolish it, or whether they can demolish it without a permit. In light of.
At this point, I wouldn't require a permit to get it. It's a storefront, they can pop it back out. For the door, the storefront, all the marble that's on the walls, the floors, all come out, as well as the roof.
Can we have that in writing so we can know that when we actually start doing that, we won't be in violation of any other ordinance?
I'm the one that's gonna be doing it.
I know, but we need that in writing. We can't just have a word of verbal.
Nobody's applied for a permit for this project at all.
I know, but I'm saying that, I understand that, and I'm not denying that. But what I'm trying to ask in front of the board is, can we have that, which shouldn't be a problem, can we have in writing that he is allowed to operate and remedy the situation without a permit?
I'll get you something in writing.
That's all we're asking for. We're trying to do the right thing.
And I'll provide you the steps. The
Please.
first step you do is go into zoning to start this process.
Please, that'll be phenomenal.
Okay.
One other thing you didn't mention is, did you say the sidewalk was also altered and might have to be corrected because of ADA issues?
Sidewalk in front of where the door is, that's gonna have to be pulled back. The concrete's have to be removed because it's no longer a flat surface.
As long as we have a clear direction of what we need to do step by step, that I can adequately explain to this family who not only depends on the store for their livelihood, but came in this country as immigrants and do not understand English that well. So if I can't understand that I have a JD and an MBA from a top 20 school, they won't understand it.
Let's put it in writing.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the respondent? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll try that.
Well, go ahead.
In case number 26-0865, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 9228 North 56th Street with the applicable codes violation, Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the said violation be corrected on or before. Sorry.
That was the wrong case?
That was the wrong case. Yeah, it was.
It's a Metro Plaza?
There's two cases.
There's two cases.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're at 0865.
0865
Is the first page?
It's the last case, last case, it's, well, it's page 6 on mine, I don't know what page it is.
Okay, okay, sorry. I'll start again.
Thank you.
It's this one, right? In case number
26-0865.
0865, I thought I read that.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the city's Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 10602 North 56th Street with applicable code violation Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permit application required. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the said violation be corrected on or before June 10th, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continue past the date set for compliance upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, any previous violations committed by the violator. I move that the fine be $50 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion?
I do have a quick question.
Sure.
He mentioned the property 10602. It says property address 10700 located under 10602. Do we need to clarify that?
No, the actual property, we checked that.
Okay.
The 10602 is the overall.
Thank you.
All right. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. So you have been found in violation. You have until June 10th to rectify it. If you don't rectify it by June 10th, a fine of $50 per day will start until it is rectified. And I will remind you that you also have a stop work order. So that means you can't do anything other than rectify the situation. You can't occupy that space because it's under a stop work order. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Do you want to remind
Tell
them
them
that
about coming back if.
Remind them.
Oh, yeah. So if for some reason, by June 10th, something got in your way, you didn't get you couldn't find a contractor, whatever the extenuating circumstances are, you're welcome to come back and ask for an extension. There is no guarantee you will get one, but you're welcome to come back. And you do have to come back. You can't just say we had extenuating circumstances and not show up. Okay? Understood? Yes. Okay, thank you.
Sir.
Next case, which should be under unfinished business 254819.
There's another Metro Plaza case. Can we take?
Oh, you want to do that? Okay.
Is it the same respondent?
Yes.
Okay. What's the case number?
It's not the same respondent.
That's why I asked.
Same address.
Is it the same lawyer?
It's the same address.
Okay, this is.
Well, he had a question.
Hang
Yeah.
on. Stop.
Sorry.
No, hang on. We're not there yet. Go ahead.
It's not the police, tax.
0499.
Where are the other ones?
I know, yeah.
0499, I would say. Where's our-
What's the case number for the other one?
0499.
Yes, it's on the
It's
first
the
page.
second one.
Okay, I see it.
That's fine. All right, it's not the same individuals, but if we can move forward with 260499, get the other
Yeah.
metro plan.
That's fine, okay, that's fine. Then we'll go to unfinished.
4741.
Case number 260499, City versus Metro Plaza LLC, for the property located at 10602 North 56th Street. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 8-28, subsection A, subsection 1, permit app required. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening again, Mr. Chairman, board members, Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case was originated by Community Development on February the 13th, 2026, requesting a notice of violation referencing the open stop work order for installation of bollards without a permit. At this time, I prepared a notice of violation with a compliance date of the 3rd of March, 2026. No one was at the business, so I posted the notice letter at the front door and requested copies be sent certified and first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by me on February the 13th, 2026, and a screenshot of the open stop work order in Central Square.
Accept that, thank you.
This is different.
Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front door. Exhibit number 2 shows the bollards on site at the location. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance, and at this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance. I'm just looking for a finding, sir.
Okay, we'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer?
So I'm assuming they removed the, those, or was there a permit that they?
No. Hold on just one second. Mr. Foskin. No, please.
Also, the permit was pulled. They have an engineer's report saying that done according to code, and it's been issued, paid for, and closed. And
Okay.
it's supposed to be closed.
So those bollards are still in place?
Correct.
Okay, got you.
But they've been confirmed to
They
be,
installed them without a permit or anything.
yeah, but they've been confirmed to be within code and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Is the respondent here? Have you been sworn in, sir?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Floor is yours.
Uh,
Name and address.
Mohammed Yusuf, for 10602 North 56th Street. I am their property manager. I'm only showing up because I had the previous one. They have been taken care of. And now for this one, I have a message from my tenant, who's the one who installed the boulder. According to them, everything has been taken care of, and I have a proof of the permit, but it's digital.
Great, okay. And we've got I assume we have a notice of compliance, right?
Compliance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up, it's right.
Oh, it's right here, thank you, okay. Thank you. Any questions for the respondent? You can have a seat, sir, thank you. And I'll entertain a motion if there's no other questions. Go ahead.
In case number 26-0499, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 10602 North 56th Street, with the applicable code violation 8-28 subsection A subsection 1. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photo, affidavit, and notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there will be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Ernie, you look like you want to say
No,
something.
I'll be after this one.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Yes, Ernie.
Oh, go ahead and read it off. I'll talk after this.
Okay.
If you want to let him know.
Which one are we doing?
Next one should be,
Well, wait, I thought you were going to brief the gentleman.
yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, yeah, so you've been found in violation, but because it was brought in compliance before this evening, there's no fine. Should this particular violation occur again within the next 5 years, it's considered a repeat violation, and the fines go up from there, okay? You're welcome to stay, or you can go, either way.
Oh, this is where I'd like, could you come up to the podium, please? Just procedurally, you're here representing Metro Plaza LLC, correct?
Correct. And also,
Okay. In the previous case, the 26-0865, you would have been the representative for the respondent Metro Plaza there also,
as a
correct?
property owner, yes.
Yes, see, and we had someone else up here. I want to make sure, did you understand everything that happened in that previous case?
Yes.
And do you have anything you want to address the board? Because you were actually the person representing the property owner there.
Yes.
So, before he starts, so the person that was up here
Turns out
before
he
was the tenant?
He was representing the tenant, yes.
Okay, so the tenant did
Caught
the
that
work?
one just now.
Okay, and you're the property owner?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's the manager.
Property manager for the property owner?
Yes.
Okay.
So the roof where they did the new building, that roof has been existed prior to the tenant right now doing the work. So I would like to make sure that you guys are aware of that, because either when they go ahead with the demolishment, that roof has been there prior to even us acquiring the plaza.
Okay, well, that's something you have to work out with Dallas.
All right?
Okay?
Thank you.
Right, I mean, do you understand an order's been entered on that previous case?
Yes.
And what needs to be done?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you
then
understand,
want
and
to
you
speak?
understand it needs to be done by June 10th?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so I think we're going to move on to 254819.
Which one?
That's under unfinished business?
But we had two
Over
more,
here.
we have,
Yeah, but they're here.
oh, okay, okay. I forgot.
And she's been
Yeah.
waiting patiently.
Yes.
Case number 254819, City versus Aslanbek Kardetsev and Donya Kardetsev for the property located at 5106 East 122nd Avenue. Deadline for compliance was May 13th. A fine of $50 per day beginning May 14th. Violation sections 10-4, subsection B, subsection 4. Nuisance buildings and section 10-34, sanitation premises. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight. And she's here.
I see her. Come on up. Name and address.
Good evening, Donia Ramirez Kadarsev with the address 5106 East 122nd Avenue, Temple Terrace Road. The last time I was here, I was talking about like concrete.
Something either wrong with your mic or you're speaking low. You're going to have to speak up or move the mic.
I'm very nervous every time I go here, so I don't really go very loud. The last time that I was here, we were talking about that I was going to pour concrete inside the walls, and then there were some fences that I had to put in. So as for right now, the gates, they are already finished. And then I started the concrete pouring. We have to stop halfway. I showed them the director that we have to. We came across like some things, and it has to stop halfway the pouring. But like half of the house is pouring. It has poured concrete inside. And then I just got told that in the morning they're supposed to finish and then fix some stuff and then finish pouring the other half of the house. And then as for the sanitation, I continue very actively cleaning and throwing away everything that I can possibly throw away, and then keep it clean, keeping it.
Who's the code officer for this?
Officer Bat.
Would you mind coming up a minute? So, are you okay with, I'm sure she's here to ask for another extension. So,
She's coming in front to basically explain the things that she has accomplished in 30 days, to be able to get the grant, the extension for 30 days to next meeting.
and you're satisfied with the progress?
Absolutely, at this point.
Any other questions? So if not, then just need to make a motion as to whether or not we give her another extension.
I make a motion that we give her another 30-day extension.
We have to say the case number and all
Case
that.
number.
You gotta do all that stuff, yeah. And make it a date certain, not just say 30 days.
Okay.
Oh, not yet, hang.
What
Don't be nervous, you'll be
case
fine.
number are we on?
It's 25.
4819.
Oh, okay. All right. Where's the,
No, you don't need to.
All you gotta do is say the case number, the address, and say your
in case number 25-48
25-4819.
25-4819. Violation section 10-4, subsection B, subsection 4. I make a motion that we grant a 30-day extension to be complied by June 10th, 2026.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, so you got yet another extension till June 10th. And you know the drill, if it's not in compliance by then, we'll see you on June 10th, okay?
I'm gonna check on the weather, but I'm trying to go ahead and just go, because the next step will be, because the house, it has some tiles, some walls, so it will be, I will have to level up the whole floor. So the framing, because the framing have to be before the trusses. So the framing and trusses and roof, I can do all at once, so nothing gonna get water damage.
That'd be great, awesome, good luck.
That would be, yeah.
Bring some pictures.
Yeah. Thank you, you're done.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. Thank you so much.
All right, so that's that.
We have two more from.
Next case is going to be 26-0597.
Actually, would ask that you remand this case back to the department. We won't be moving forward. This actually is against the wrong respondent. And,
You need a motion for that?
yeah, just if we can do a quick move to remand back to the department.
Okay.
I guess I can do that.
Somebody want to do that?
Yeah, in case number 26-0597, I move that we send this back to the city so that we can pursue the correct respondent.
Okay. We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. Okay, we do have two respondents here. Do we know which cases they're for?
I know the one gentleman is coming forward. This is the gentleman that has the gopher tortoise that took up
What's the
residence under
case
his
number?
garage. So that would be right there. 25-3917, about halfway down page 3.
Yes.
Page 3.
Under old business?
Yes. How's he doing?
Hi, how are you doing, sir?
Very good. Name and address, please.
Shazad Rana, 12605 North 51st Street, Temple Terrace, Florida, 33617. Well, I have been working, like I said, by myself. Whatever can I do to achieve? I have fixed the bend in the roof, the ridge, and I am just planning to finish up the shingles. I just need an extension, a month, guess. I have the pictures, I can show it to you. I mean, it's straightened out.
Jack, has anybody been out there, or are we good?
No, nobody has been. I haven't called anybody yet because I wasn't ready.
You can see it from the road. He's out there working.
Okay, so you're good with an
I've
extension?
seen him up there.
You're good with an extension?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we don't even need an extension. I mean, we went through this last time. It's like, there's no
Because if there's
no
a
compliance
gopher
date.
tortoise thing,
Yeah, he's minding on business. He's on the back.
Yeah, there's no compliance date, so it's kind, we kind of went
Is that
through
right,
this.
is that right, Ernie?
There was also
We
the
went through this the last time.
court case.
I'm
it's
trying to remember what happened what we did last time. I know that we understood what was going on. It does say that we're staying for monthly reviews, so I think it was just a matter, the gentleman was
All right,
supposed
so we don't need to do a motion to extend anything.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not without the deadline.
All right, great, we'll see you next month. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, what was your case number in the back?
4741.
Say again?
4741.
First case, Joe.
Worst case.
Oh, geez.
First case under new business?
Yes.
Why do we make him it so?
Oh, do they come here or?
You can have a seat, we'll call you up. Thank you. All right, let's take care of 254741.
Case number 254741. City versus Peru, Cranian LLC for the property located at 5315 East Bush Boulevard. This case is before the board on an alleged violation of section 12-983, subsection 2, subsection C, signs motion prohibited, and section 12-989, signs temporary signs. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by me on December 18th, 2025 for 4 temporary banners installed on an inflatable snowman on the property. I spoke with the store manager, informing her that my reinspection date for removal of the banners would be January 3rd, 2026. My reinspection on February 19th showed no change, so I generated a notice of violation on that date with a reinspection date of March 6, 2026. I hand-delivered a copy of the notice of violation to store manager Alicia Sedelinkova, and a copy was posted at City Hall on the electronic board for 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both certified and regular mail, to the address of the owner of record. My reinspection on April 27th showed no change, so a notice of hearing was prepared on that date, and the case was scheduled for the May Municipal Code Board meeting. This time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by me on March 31st, 2026.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows one of the banners on the front railing. Exhibit number 2 shows a banner over the drive-through area. Exhibit number 3 shows a banner on the side railing. And exhibit number 4 shows the affidavit of service for the notice of violation. The banners which were on the rear fence were removed, and the banner on the front and side railing were removed, and an additional banner above the drive-through was added, and the inflatable snowman was removed but does reappear from time to time. The owner did ask for extensions to remove the banners, which I granted, but there does appear to be a slight disregard for the signage regulations. The site is in compliance with 12-983-2C, and I'm seeking a finding, but is not in compliance with 12-989, and I'm seeking a ruling.
Any questions for the code officer?
Yeah, I'm confused, as usual.
So I guess the question is, what currently is remaining?
One banner above, one temporary banner above the drive-through.
Okay.
This little over here, right?
Is that?
Is this above just the canopy of the drive-through?
Correct. I believe it says something about.
And that's a
wings
banner,
or something.
banner?
Yes.
It's easy to remove.
The yellowish thing that we see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it, yeah.
Okay.
It's a banner.
Yeah, that's a banner.
Yeah.
So all the other banners, the ones that are around the base of the unit, and I guess you said there was one in the back too, those are all gone?
Yep.
Okay, and there was a snowman?
Yes.
Yep.
No, hang on.
Sorry.
Your turn.
I just was, so.
I let them keep it up over the holidays when I went in early December, mid-December, so they had to remove it by January. They did finally remove it, but then last week he popped back up again for a little while, but now he's not there any longer today.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Early one.
All right. I notice the respondent is here. Come on up. Have you been sworn in, sir? Were you sworn in?
Like that?
Yes or no?
Yes.
You were? No, you are not. Okay, can you swear him in?
Please raise your right hand. And you swear that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Name and address, please.
Augusto Ubaldo at 5315 East Bush Boulevard.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Regarding the snowman, right? Yeah, an employee took it out in the night for a couple of nights, not too long ago. And I want to know, they say that I can put different inflatable toys are there, like depends on the holiday. Can I get one for the 4th of July?
You have to talk to them about that. That's not why we're here tonight.
Okay. So we are here to talk about the one remaining over the drive-through, which is the only one, yes. Okay. When I built this property, I think the building department told me that I cannot put 3 signs on each tower. I have 3 towers. Same as Salem across the street. Actually, I started as a Salem franchise. So they denied to me to put a sign over the drive-through. And Salem has 3. So I was wondering why Salem was allowed to do that and not me. Right? We have the same building, the same 3 towers, and he's allowed to have 3 each sign on each tower. And I wasn't. And I wanted to know why. So that's why I said I'm going to come here and explain it. And maybe they give me a good reason for that.
Isn't it?
Are you looking for us for
yes.
that answer? No, our role is not to provide you with excuses or reasons or other things. Our job is to determine whether or not a violation of the city code has occurred.
Okay.
And the city presented their case, okay, as to why there was, okay. If you have reasons why you think it's not.
Oh, yeah, that's the reason why I think it's not.
Okay, tell me.
Because Salem, over his drive-through, has a sign already for a few years since he built it. Why I'm not allowed to do the same?
Okay.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Hang on. One at a time. Go ahead, Ron.
Can I ask a question? Did you try to get a permit?
Yes.
And
They denied to me.
Can I get some explanation? I don't know. I'm just trying to see.
I can speak to that.
Yes.
So Salem's is going through talks with community development right now. Pending the outcome of those discussions, if I am told they are in violation and that sign over the drive-through is not approved, we will be moving forward with the notice of violation and having them remove that sign. I'm not moving forward until community development comes back and says that this is a violation or that this is not approved. At that time, we'll move.
So it's under investigation.
Yes. But I started as a Salem franchise. Do you know the Salem Karsali, the owner of Salem? Okay, I started as franchise. So then he built his own restaurant across the street. So as soon as he did that, as soon as he stamped the sign over the drive-through, I came here to the city and talked with, I don't know who was at the time here, the chief of the building department. And he said, oh, yes, no, that shouldn't be. We're going to investigate. That was 3 years ago. And he still has that. So, and not only that, when I bought my Watchfire, the Watchfire is the LED sign, right? I got also notifications from the code enforcement. They told me that it cannot be moved more than 5 seconds. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. And then Salem started to put videos on his own Watchfire, right? We have the same equipment because, again, I started as a Salem franchise. So that's why I was wondering why he's allowed to do things. And then he put also the city, he's putting his name under the pole lights. And I have one outside in my property, I have one pole, and they say Salem over there. I mean, I know maybe that has nothing to do with you, but I'm wondering why he's allowed to do things that I'm not allowed.
It's under investigation, okay?
Yeah, but already for 3 years.
Whatever. Okay.
No, it's important.
So again, Our job here tonight is to determine whether or not your particular property
Yes,
and the code violations that are mentioned is or is not a violation.
yes.
Okay? Any other questions?
Yeah, one more question.
So you're investigating to find out if Salem is in violation or not, right? So if he's found not in violation, then I won't be neither in violation.
Not necessarily.
Why?
It depends on what was originally approved, and there's a whole slew of reasons.
Okay, well, if he's found in not violation, then I shouldn't be found in violation because I have the same thing that him.
Each case is
It's
going to
different,
be taken on its own merits.
Yeah.
We're not going to,
I'm not
the
here to
city is
compare.
not going to wait. You have violations
We're
that have
across
been
the street.
alleged on your property. If they find that there's a violation, that's the end of it. If, with the, across the street, the same thing may happen. We're just waiting for it to,
All right.
to develop. We don't base your case on somebody else's.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bill.
So this is a banner that's attached. How difficult would it be for you to take the banner down, just to be in compliance?
Well, no, it's not really difficult. I just have to hire somebody who put a ladder there. I have the ladder. I can remove it. I just wanted to have the opportunity to talk with you because
Right.
when I talked 3 years ago with the chief of the building department, he told me he was going to investigate. Then when I came back a year ago, he was gone. And then nobody helped me at that time.
May have given you the wrong information.
Yeah, one last question.
Go ahead.
Is for, is Salem is even open? Are they open for business?
Salem, yeah.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, you have
So-
Salem on one side, and you have this gentleman's business directly across the street from each other.
Exactly across the street, exactly.
They're in business.
Oh, okay, I'm not aware of that, but,
Oh, no.
but you explained that it's still under investigation, because if they opened, it just opened recently.
No,
they've
4
been
years
open
ago.
They've been open for a while.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know.
They've also had other violations, and they've recently corrected those as well. It's just that one sign is, I'm waiting on word before I'm.
But you understand, we cannot compare properties, that's what
Yeah,
they
the
all
thing is that
explain.
I studied at Salem, so it's the same design. It's the same 3 towers, because I studied at Salem
Again,
restaurant.
we're not-
Yeah, but I got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions? There's no, you can have a seat, sir, thank you. No other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll take this one. Doug, you said one of the violations is in compliance, the first one is, and.
12989 is the one that's out of compliance.
Yeah, so, okay, all right. Just want to make sure I'm reading the right script here. All right, so in case number 25-4741, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exist on the property located at 5315 East Bush Boulevard, code sections 12-983, subsection 2, subsection C, and the other violation is 12-989. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that no fine be imposed on violation code section 12-983, subsection 2, subsection C, because the violation was brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing. I further move that the remaining violation be corrected on or before June 10th, 2026. If the respondent does not comply with this order on or before that day, they are ordered to pay a fine for each and every day the violation continues past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors, the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violation, and any previous violations committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $25 per day.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Second. Motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no nays, motion carries. So so let me explain to you. You have been found in violation for section 12-989. You have until June 10th to bring the property into compliance, okay? Should the property be found to be out of compliance, again, that becomes a repeat violation, okay? If it's a repeat violation, the fines go up, okay? And that includes the blow-ups, okay? The snowman, whatever. So just keep that in mind as you go forward, okay?
Can I get that one?
Talk to them.
Talk to them over there.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you want to do, talk to the code board first. Talk to the code enforcement officers first, okay? But you have been found in violation. You have until June 10th to bring it into compliance.
I will remove it as soon as.
Okay. Thank you. All right, let's see where we are. I think 260755 would be the next one?
Yes.
We had, this case was, I believe, last month, and the city could not move forward.
Which one?
26-0755.
Okay.
As you can see, it's a continued case. The city could not move forward last month. You were good enough to continue it. The respondents don't seem to be here. I think it's only fair that we go ahead and continue it again, and we make sure that we get notice out to them. Next month, we'll go with it,
Do you need a motion for that?
Yes, a motion to continue it to the June 10th hearing.
Okay. Somebody want to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I move that the case number 26-0755 be heard on June 10th, 2026.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries.
Can I just mention, do we want to make that, like, that's 2 months in a row? Is there any special circumstances that we should know about?
The city's not ready.
What's that?
It's 2 months in a row. Is there any special circumstances that should be, otherwise, like, if people just don't show up?
We couldn't move forward last month. They were here.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's very fair if they didn't show up on this one and then we
Okay.
go ahead and bring the case in their absence,
Were they
so.
notified?
They were, I was just actually talking to Ms. Jones, but we'll make sure they get another notice, and next month we'll move forward
One way or another.
one way or another,
Okay.
but.
Sounds good. I think we're on to 261158.
Yes, last one of the new business.
Case number 261158, City versus F&S Home Investment LLC for the property located at 7607 North Sanibel Circle. This case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 12-859, subsection 2, RVs, boats, and trailers. This case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Officer Doug Allen. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Doug Allen, Code Compliance Officer. This case was originated by me on April 6, 2026 for a utility trailer stored in the driveway unscreened from view for an extended period of time. I left a door hanger with a reinspection date of April 10, 2026. My reinspection on April 13th showed no change, so a notice of violation was generated on that date with a reinspection date of April 19, 2026. I posted a copy at the front door, and a copy was posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement, and copies were mailed, both regular and certified mail, to the owner of record. My reinspection on April 22nd showed no change, so I prepared a notice of hearing on that date and scheduled the case for the May Municipal Code Board meeting. I would like to submit photographic evidence taken by me on April 14, 2026. The site is in compliance, and I'd also like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm seeking a finding.
Very good. We'll accept that. Thank you.
Good news.
Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Let me do this last one, David.
Thank you.
Combine. Okay. In case number 26-1158, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 7607 North Sanibel Circle with a code violation section 12-859 subsection 2. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and a notice of violation of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that the said violation be corrected on or before
No.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I read the.
You're good up
Yeah, I'm good up to here. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Doug Allen, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation, of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violation were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. That finishes new business. On to unfinished.
Unfinished business, case number 252526, City versus Dorothy M. Carter, trustee, for the property located at 400 Ridgedale Road. Deadline of compliance was November 12th, 2025. A fine of $25 per day beginning November 13th, 2025. For violation section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection B, minimum housing exterior walls. Affidavit of compliance was received April 7th by Code Officer Doug Allen. Next case, case number 252930, City versus River Park Community Association, Inc., for the property located at 7788 Rosewood Garden Loop. Deadline for compliance was December 10th, 2025. A fine of $25 per day beginning December 11th, 2025. Violation section 28-840, subsection E, subsection 1, buffers, good repair. Affidavit of compliance received April 30th, 2026 by Code Officer Doug Allen. There is a current lien of $3,500 for a total of 140 days. Next case is case number 253640, City versus Abel Lopez, for the property located at 5301 Rainbow Drive. For the deadline of compliance was January 14th, 2026. A fine of $50 per day beginning January 15th, 2026. Violation section 8-102, subsection B, subsection 13, subsection B, minimum housing exterior walls. Section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. Affidavit of compliance received April 1st, 2026 by Code Officer Doug Allen. The next case is case number 254353, City versus Juana Navarro and Primavito Diaz Jr. for the property located at 8701 Coral Dawn Court. Deadline for compliance is May 13, 2026. A fine of $25 per day beginning May 14th, 2026. Violation section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, minimum housing roofs. Deadline for compliance is midnight tonight.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other board action? Anything on the liens report? Okay, any new business? I had two items. The first one I want to read into the record. Taylor Williams is resigning to, for, I guess, a couple of different reasons. When did she start as your intern?
So, I think in June.
In June, okay, so she'll be interning with Ernie starting in June. So I want to just read her resignation letter into the record. Dear Mr. Perulich and members of the Municipal Code Enforcement Board, please accept this letter as my formal resignation from my position as an alternate member of the Municipal Code Enforcement Board effective May 13th, 2026. Serving as an alternate member for the past 2 years has been a privilege. This experience has filled me with deep respect for the tireless work city staff and volunteers perform to keep Temple Terrace an amazing city. Unfortunately, the obligations of law school have become too burdensome to balance with the commitment required for this role. While I must step away for now, I hope this is only a temporary departure. I look forward to the opportunity to apply for the board again in the future once my schedule allows. Thank you for the opportunity to serve my community. Sincerely, Taylor Williams. Okay, and then the other new business, Jack, you want to talk to us about citations?
My pleasure. All right, so at the last council meeting, I presented an amendment to sections 1-104 and 1-105. 1-104 gives us the authority to write citations and discusses how that process works. 1-105 is the schedule of violations. In there, I introduced some changes to Section 2, Class 2 violations, and I introduced Class 4 violations. I don't have them off the top of my head, but Class 4 violations are going to be, 2 of them are for short-term rental housing issues. One for yard parking, one for assembly uses. The other ones are for, I can't remember off the top of my head what they
Keep
are.
premises clean and cutting your lawn.
Well, those are Class 2 violations, so those are going to be lower. The Class 4 violations carry a heavier fine. Watering is one of those. So it's going to be a $250 fine first offense, $500 second offense. The reason is those specific violations are high impact to the community. The Class 2 violations, one specifically was the grass. That was, if you watched the council meeting, there was a lot of questions about the grass. The reason that I added grass in there, and the other one was duty to maintain property. Those are 2 very readily visible, easily correctable. Between May 2025 and May 2026, our officers wrote 661 cases for grass, specifically for grass. Out of those 661, 8 made it to the board. So 650, whatever the math is. Yep. Voluntary complied, no harm, no foul, didn't happen again. They cut their grass. Some of them needed assistance. We provided those assistance and put them in the right direction. 8 did not comply. 8 would have received violations. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the first violation, I think, is $75. Now, remember, that comes after a courtesy notice. So the process is still the same. You get a courtesy notice. We look to see if you need assistance. If that time frame goes 10, 15 days, at that moment, you're going to get a citation. If this passes, you would get a citation for that. Second offense, same thing. The reason that we added that as a violation isn't to take anything away from the board. Remember, there was 8 of them. What it is more about the citizens, the other residents. It impacts not just the person that's not cutting their grass. It's all the neighbors around it that have to see that on a daily basis. We get the phone calls. We know about the complaints. So the board process, they get the courtesy notice. They get the notice of violation. There's more time. They eventually come to the board after the notice of hearing, and then they're given another time frame to correct that. So, 30, 60 days that people are having to look at this grass just grow because people just aren't going to cut it. That was the purpose for the citations. If this passes, we will order the citations. We will get the training that's required per our code, and then we will begin writing the citations. If that's the case, those specific things will not come here. Yard parking is another one. Yard parking would be a Class 4 violation. So that's going to be a heavy hitter. The overarching reason that these are so impactful is they can go away and then come back the next day. Yard parking, we go out there, we find them in compliance. 2 days later, they're back out there again. Might be a repeat violation, maybe not. But now we have this whole time frame that's allowed again for people to continue violating without any recourse until the code board. So this is our way for us to impact immediately. And we owe that to the residents that have to look at it every day. Any questions?
Yeah, so what was the time frame? You said 661 grass cutting violations. It was a year?
That was over 13 months. I went from May 2025 to May 2026.
Okay, gotcha.
Pretty impressive. This is a good record.
And did you have any similar statistics for the parking, the yard parking?
I've graphed it all out. I didn't know I was going to have to present this. I would have brought it with me, but yes, I have all the statistics, and I'm going to be presenting it at the next council meeting.
So you're still saying, even for the yard parking violations, that the vast majority of them don't even make it to code board, to us, right? Is that what?
Correct. The biggest one was the grass. That was the highest amount. But the council did ask some very, very good questions that we're digging for answers for to make sure everybody understands.
Jack?
Come on.
Yeah, just
I actually have some other information. Go ahead.
Well, and I'm sure this was probably asked at council. I live in the neighborhood that's adjacent to USF.
Yes.
When the stadium's done, parking in my neighborhood is gonna end up being an issue.
We're already working on that. There's a whole tasker
I
that
figured
was given to
yeah.
me. I have this giant map blown up of your neighborhood
Okay.
in my office, and we're plotting out areas of concern where we know that people are going to park, and we're coming up with plans of attack to be both beneficial to the residents, but also deter parking in that area. So we have to find a good balance.
Sell $12 hot dogs to everyone walking through. So, like, I'm gonna buy them a grill if you let it happen.
There's a permit for that.
Yeah, I can do that. I can get one.
Duty to keep premises clean. There were 151 cases. 11 were heard at the board. RVs, boats, and trailers, there were 41. Now, this is only the ones that went to the MCB. So 41 cases written last year for RVs, boats, trailers, 9 went to the board. Accessory structures, there was 50, 2 came to the board. So there's a whole slew of violations. Commercial landscaping, there were 2, 1 came to the board. So it would really, truly would benefit the residents for the citation program to eliminate things quicker, to get compliance faster. That's good for the residents, and it's also good for the person that's violating, because it's a waste of time for them over periods of time to have to come back to the board. Every time we give them a violation, it wastes their time, right? We don't want to waste their time. We don't want their money. We want them to just comply with the code. That's the plan.
So here's you and I have talked. So I'm going to revoice my objection. It's not up to me. It's up to council. But first of all, we're talking about a very small percentage of the total cases.
Correct.
But what you didn't talk about was if someone, the cases that have come in front of us, the duty to keep premises clean, and many of the lawn cutting cases, there's always a backstory. Okay, or mostly there's a backstory. So in this particular, the way we do it now, we are their due process. Okay, we are their due process. If they get a citation, the due process is you have to go downtown, find a parking spot in the middle of the day instead of coming here after work, talk to a judge who lives who knows where, tell him your sob story, and he's probably got 400 cases that night. So the due process is different.
You mean if they decide not
to pay the fine? Yeah, if they have a sob story and they want to tell somebody what their story is, their due process is different. It's not as efficient in my opinion. And for the small amount of cases that we're talking about, whether they're sticking their nose at you or whatever they're doing, they're still citizens. And I think we owe them the most efficient due process that we can give them, especially since it's a small number of cases. I just don't, and you guys all do a fantastic job, but once it's in the books, it's in the books. And if we get somebody different from Jack Shanks or from Lori or from Doug or anybody that want to create a Nazi atmosphere in the city, they can do that with the citations. They don't have to be as kind as you are. They don't have to look for alternatives. They just, boom, citation, end of story. So I understand, that you get calls from neighbors. I understand that that's no fun. But I just think we owe it to our citizens to give them the most efficient due process that we can. But again, it's not my decision. It's council decision. But I wanted to get it on the record.
So right now, it's kind of an extended time period because we don't, if they're in compliance, the first time that they come here, right, then we.
Yeah, it goes away. If they're not in compliance, we give them another 30 days or whatever.
Well, they have to come back. Well, I thought there's a repeat violation. That's how we usually catch these guys with the parking stuff. They have a repeat violation.
Right, well, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the citations on the parking. I just have it on with the duty to keep premises clean and the cutting of the lawn. I know, James, you want to say something, but we'll get to that. And I just think because the cases that do come in front of us for those two violations, there's always a backstory. Remember the old couple that took months for them to get their yard cleaned up? And it wasn't for, other than the fact that they were stubborn and wanted to do it themselves, it just took time.
They were offered the system.
Yeah, and they were trying to get it done. They were doing what they could. Should never got that bad to begin with, but it did. And the same thing with lawns. They got, I lost my job. I can't fix my mower. Blah blah blah. Whatever it is. And I just think we owe that to our citizens. And like I said, these guys all do a great job. They all look out for our citizens. They're always looking for ways to fix things. But once it's on the books, it's on the books. And if we get a crew in here that is just gung-ho, we're just, going to citate the hell out of everybody, there's no remedy.
20 years down the line.
Yeah. So I just think for those particular two violations, I'd, like you to go back and rethink that, that's all. And again, it's not my decision, and we'll live by whatever you guys and council decides, but that's my 2 cents. James?
Thank you. James Chambers, your council liaison. Wanted to explain the procedure a little bit, what happened. So at the last council meeting, it was presented to us. It was approved on first reading. So that meant it was approved, but there were questions the council had of staff. They're working on that. Then at the first meeting in June, not the next meeting, but the first meeting in June, it'll be heard again. And then that's where changes could be made to what was presented at the first reading, or it could stand. So I'm asking as a council member, not an opinion of the board, but opinions of the board members. If you guys want to give me your opinions, look at what was presented, like Mr. Pogorlich said, that there's a lot of items in the different two categories being presented. He's voiced that he objects to 2 of those or has concerns with 2 of those. There may be other ones that you guys want to, or you might like it all. But if you'd like to talk to me about it, because I am your council member and your representative, or the other council members, that's the procedure to do it. So anyway, you have the opportunity to talk to me and give me your opinion, because we will have to rule on that. Okay?
Thank you.
That's it.
Anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.